But all of that, I'm going to say all of that. The numbers don't fucking lie. Dude doesn't throw a ball over 20 yards. Why do you think Sean Payton can't call all the plays he want to call? Deep ball is not available. Like, what the fuck? How can you have a quarterback that can only throw 10 yards, my nigga?
Nigga, the medium ball not available either.
That's what I'm saying. 10 yards.
It'd be 3rd and 10. It'd be 3rd and 10. I'd be like, damn, this is far for Drew, bro.
Get it, Kamara.
For Drew.
Like, no, bro.
That nigga playbook is screens and swing passes and slants.
Like, how the fuck are we supposed to win? Fact, like, I have gotten. Oh, I'm sick of it. I am fucking sick of it.
You know who else is sick of it? Emmanuel Sanders. This nigga run a fucking 4-3. He be running 50 yards down the field every play. I be looking at this nigga like, damn, bro.
And the commentators, they don't be letting up, bro. They be like, look, show me the replay. Yeah, you see right there? Emmanuel streaking down the sideline free.
When you look at the fucking stats, it's embarrassing, bro. Like look at a depth. You know how basketball has a depth chart where they show where niggas shoot from? They got one for the NFL where they show the passes where it goes. Look at last week's game against Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, 50, 60-yard bomb, 50-yard bomb, 40, 30, 20. Like, just it's all over the fucking map. Our shit is deer. Our shit makes a fucking U. It's supposed to
15 yards, and that's it.
It's supposed to make an N. It makes ours as a U because this nigga's going this way and this way.
That's fucking sad too, bro.
Like, what the fuck? I'm so sick of y'all on Facebook saying, oh, no, Lyndon, it's this. No, motherfucker, it is this. Like, it is. And granted, defense could be doing a little better.
Secondary is sorry.
Look, let me say this.
Bruh.
They don't
them
cost
niggas is ass.
Look, let me say this because I respect this person's opinion. Shout out to Chris Sims Unbuttoned. And I'm keeping all this. This is how we starting the show because it was just too fire to take away. Sorry, people who out there listening right now. This is the Bros Who Think podcast. But look, niggas said they need to run basic defenses. They doing too much complicated shit. People are like fucking. The safeties don't know if they're supposed to help or not because of the basic rules of what they're trying to do. He says they need to make it simpler for them to understand and then later on in the season add this shit back. They're trying to do what they did last season at the end instead of starting off with the basic blocks, building to that point.
Right.
So, look, I mean, I believe that because that nigga...
The front seven is solid, though. I'm not calling out the entire defense. Because the front seven is solid.
Super solid.
But the secondary? Ooh, that shit make me angry watching, my nigga.
Yeah.
The secondary, bro, all them niggas gotta go, bro. Janoris Jenkins is fucking terrible, dog.
But
like,
he
this
always
nigga don't even attempt to
niggas,
locate the ball. Like, how you playing just the receiver and not the ball? He don't know what the ball at. The ball could be 50 yards down the other side.
All the time, bro.
He flipping niggas, trying to take their head off and shit. I'm like, you don't even know if the ball in the air or not. Like, what are you doing?
He don't be giving a fuck, bro.
Yo, crazy. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when the New Orleans Saints are losing very early in the season. But it's true. You cowards, start Jameis. I'm ready. I'm calling for it. At least, look, James might throw a lot of interceptions, but I'm gonna see the ball go 60 yards. I'm gonna get some deep passes. That is a fact.
That shit, we gonna be stuck with this shit until Tom Brady decides he want to retire.
I hope. Yo, no, I don't think Sean putting up with this shit next year. It's over with after this.
Well, unless Drew trying to go somewhere else, but I doubt the Saints will let him go.
Oh, we
got like he responsible for the Saints' best years in franchise.
But see, bro, it's like
they not about to do Drew dirty.
I'm saying it like we say to all these brothers in every other fucking sport. And look, the white people in baseball, we say it to them too. When you're old, you're old. Time catches all. Father Time is undefeated, baby.
That's a fact.
Look, it's a business. I'm sorry. It's a bit, Miss Benson. It's a business. He's not doing right.
He's trash right now. But to what Doom said. Look how long the Giants stood by Eli.
Yo,
just because he gave them some of the most successful years in the franchise history.
We're not the Giants. We're not the Giants. We're not the Giants. The Giants have been trash for years.
It's the legacy, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I'm giving Sean Payton more credit for that. Sean Payton care about his legacy, dog.
But that's the reason, though. That's the reason, because you got to think like what the Giants was. When Eli came, that switched the whole culture,
but the thing is,
bro.
they had different coaches. They have had different like GMs. They've had different things. So it's been Eli connected to the ownership. This is different.
Right.
We're more similar to the Patriots. Belichick cares about just hear me out. Belichick cared about his resume. Belichick wanted to find his next one after Tom. You don't think Peyton hears that he's the second best coach in the league? It's him or Pete Carroll, and you don't think he wants to have his legacy built? Him and Drew Brees built the Saints, but he feels that he can outlast the Saints. He's part of the GM crew. I think after this season, if Drew Brees does not air out the ball, it's over with, fam, because I got more faith in Sean Payton than that.
I don't know.
That's just me.
I do too. I agree with everything you just said. But if you got Gail Benson in your ear, who probably don't know too much about that side of football.
But we gotta give Gail some benefits. She let her people do her thing. She let the people run the she
but
don't interfere that way.
Drew Brees
is different.
Drew Brees just not a regular nigga on the roster.
That's what I'm saying.
I guarantee you, it's very likely Gail in this nigga ear, like, bro, if you like it in New Orleans, Drew Brees is the quarterback. As long as he want to be here, he gonna be here. That's very likely.
He gonna ride out like Eli, bro. He going out on his terms.
He's super comfortable in New Orleans, bro.
Let us not make the
playoffs.
Everything. Let us make not. It's gonna take something like that.
Nah, they're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make the playoffs.
Who fucking knows at this point? Tampa Tom is kicking ass and his defense look good.
I think even though they trash by our standard, I think at worst case they're 8-9 wins. They ain't going below that.
Wild card. Then we're gonna be
and you
knocked
can make
out
the
first
playoffs
weekend.
with 9 wins.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Wild card. Knocked out by the second seed first weekend. Playing the Seahawks in Seattle. Getting our ass bust.
That's possible.
Getting our ass fucking bust. Oh, no, it's true,
Seattle ain't going to be in the wild card game. Seattle ain't going to be in the wild card game.
I'm putting Seattle as the second seed. You're right. They should be the first seed because they're in our division. Whoever the Packers busting our ass in Green Bay. I'm just keeping it a bean, dog. It's just gotta prepare people. I'm letting y'all know all season. We not winning if that nigga not throwing deep passes. That's just a fucking fact. Let's start the fucking show. My name is Lyndon Burton, a.k.a. Young Boy D-Wits, a.k.a. the People's Champ, a.k.a. Beard Gang is in the motherfucking building. This is episode, I believe, 163, unless we did that one last week. I don't know, bro. I do so many shows and the episode dates kind of fuck me up. But yeah, this is episode 164. My bad, 164. Joined as always by my guys, Mr. Brooklyn and Doom. How y'all doing? A very, very hostile week this week on the show, man. Let me just prepare everybody. Just like a lot of I don't know what's gonna be said, and I don't control my guys.
Subjects.
Yeah, a lot of shit that's crazy. We got a dope guest coming on the show, LC son. LC son, I apologize to you if some of the shit we say is offensive, because like this is the pod where we discuss your album. You have a very good album out. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Fantasies and Fables. But we're gonna do our thug thizzle, man. That's why y'all listen to us, because we keep it 100. We keep it a bean. We call a spade a spade. Just had to say that before I start the show. How y'all doing, my brothers?
I'm doing good, baby. I can't complain, bro.
Real. Doom, how you doing over there, bro? I see the do-rag on. I know what time it is today.
You got the watch on, too.
Yeah, man. And this week, bro, is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of wild shit. This was an eventful ass week.
Might as well start off on the top. Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah. Say what you going to say. No, say what you was going to say.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like a few of the weeks in the past, like recent weeks, it's been kind of just, couple little things happening and not much else to talk about. But this week is some shit on my mind, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just say that.
No, I feel you. And might as well start off the top. What happened last night? By the time we recording this, you guys hear this on Thursday. What happened on Tuesday night? The first debate has happened between Biden and Trump, and bro, was that a fucking shit show? When George Stephanopoulos, because I didn't turn the TV off right away, it was on ABC because I'm not watching CNN or fucking Fox. So George Stephanopoulos goes, he's like, I've seen every presidential debate since the 80s. How he just kept listing off a shit of just him in debates. And I look at my girl and I say, oh, he about to say this has been the worst fucking debate in the history of the United States in the 20th century. And this nigga just said my word for word what I said. And I was like, oh yeah, no, it's that type of time. It was bad, bro. It was real bad last night. That's how I'm gonna start it off.
It was real bad.
It was personal as fuck. Like at first, like the first 5 minutes, I kept trying to, read Trump's vibe because he was being standoffish and he wasn't getting at him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's weird. Then all of a sudden, niggas started cutting him off. Then Biden told him to shut up. That shit set him off. That shit set him off, dog.
Yo, it was bad, bro. Joe called him a clown, which he had to. He got to send more shots. I understand but he took the high road, and some people like that. But I just feel, you got to take more shots. This man coming at you, it's like, Ian. Shout out to our editor. Ian sent me in the group chat, the one we got for Bros Who Binge Pod. Sent me, dude's a sicko. I was like, yeah, no, dude's a sicko for that cocaine line. That was bad. When he called out Biden's son for being a drug addict.
That's terrible, bro.
That was nuts. That was like
relevant.
Below the belt. Like super, super below the belt. And I think Biden handled himself.
Even the moderator was like, nah, bro. Like that nigga was like, no, I'm not letting you do that, bro. That's when I knew, like, all right, this nigga crossed the line, bro. When the moderator, this the nigga that's supposed to be, when you think about his job, is to ask the questions
and be unbiased,
that spark up some shit to keep the ratings up, like, that too. That's like his, his book job. But
yeah,
he literally there to like spark up the good conversation. So you want Trump to say wild shit. But that nigga crossed the line so far that the nigga was just like, nah, bro. Like yelled at him, like, no, you're not doing that, bro. You're not doing that. That's some crazy shit, bro.
I got tears. I can't believe that happened last night. I can't. Like, that's some sicko shit. How low below the belt you go, bro?
That's what I'm saying, bro. It tell you everything you need to know, bro. I see it, like, when I just evaluate, because you can't evaluate the debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, there
you
really was
because they didn't talk about shit because everybody was just screaming at each other.
Yeah, but what I will say, bro, is Trump, he right on brand. He come with the same shit. He consistent. Nigga don't let up. Like, he know who his target audience is, and he hit that shit. Because I know, bro.
They was happy.
A lot of motherfuckers in America that was geeked, smiling when they was watching that shit, bro.
Bro,
that's what's fucked up. That's the scary part.
Super fucked up. The fact that he could not, to all my Republican friends out there, all the Republican listeners, when y'all tell me he's not a racist, he's not a this, he's not a that. Well, your man had a wide open layup. Like, nobody around 20 feet. Like, he could slam it in. A touchdown. Patrick Mahomes dropped the perfect pass. All he got to do is catch it in the end zone, fall down, touchdown, nobody around him. A wide open volleyball spike. Cristiano, that's a different sport, but he got a triple axel Cristiano Gucci style shit able to land. He right there. He got Tony Hawk about to do a 2-time backflip, kickflip in the fucking air and hit it on the ground. All he got to do is just, like, this was so wide open. It was unbelievable. Just denounce white supremacy, and both the moderator and Biden shut up to just let him talk, and he put himself 10 feet in the ground. Like, I was just nuts. I know the Proud Boys were happy last night.
they were, bro. And to be honest, this is why, like I said, to go off of what Doom said, I know there was a lot of motherfuckers that was happy in the country, and that's why half of me really want to delete my Facebook, because I'm looking at these niggas and I'm like, where these closet Trump supporters coming out the closet? And I'm thinking to myself, like, to all my Republican listeners out there that like black dick, right? I'm coming at you. Yes, I am.
Look, I told my girlfriend, I was like, look,
y'all sus right now.
No, it's super sus for all the women in the world, and especially like white women. Y'all don't realize that, like, if that lady gets into the Supreme Court, Roe v. Wade is done. Niggas about to control y'all body for 10 plus, maybe, like, as long as them people are alive. Like, it's gonna be until we are grandparents to get this shit changed if this bitch gets it. Let me just say that to the female audience. If Trump wins, I feel so bad for y'all. I feel so bad for y'all, because that's gonna happen. That woman is religious, and they gonna have the majority of them niggas. Like, I'm telling you, niggas gonna have to protest, because Roe v. Wade is gonna be the first thing they look to fucking repeal. Abortion gonna be dead. It's gonna be over with.
What did Trump kept it a buck though? He said when Obama and you left the office, y'all left me 128 judges to fill.
He told y'all what time it was.
I can do with 128 judges on my side, and he was smirking and looking.
He told y'all what time it is, man. Like, I'm just letting you, women out there, if you care about the way you live, if you care about how it is, you gotta get out and vote, man. And you gotta not listen to your husband who's a Republican. It's time. It's time for y'all. Like, look, I'm keeping a $1.50. Y'all gotta listen. It's time. Y'all gotta change. Like, y'all gotta get out and vote, and y'all gotta let it be known. Like, I'm not rocking with my white husband. I'm not rocking with my Mexican husband who's a stupid ass Republican. Don't know that Trump hate his fucking ass. They the ones that piss me off the fucking most. But let's not even go there. So, like, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better, because y'all shit is about to be completely fucked. And I say this because I care about y'all. I know what time it is, bro.
You see Len taking the gloves off, baby.
No, bro, I know what time. Am I lying? Like, that lady went on and was like, I am a 100% Catholic, and I know. Look, I'm a Catholic. I know what fucking time it is. Like,
nah, I'm gonna say this because this kind of what I wanted to bring up, and it kind of piggyback off of what you was just saying. I think this election is important. It'll be important for the obvious reasons, but also I think this could be the election that break the two-party system. I don't know if you saw, but the freaking libertarian candidate, what's her name, Jan, something like that.
Jo Jorgensen. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, there you go. Fucking her website broke right after the debate. Like, so many people was onto her website, the shit just crashed. You know what I'm saying? So I think people looking like, bruh, this is the two options we have. This is it. You know what I'm saying? And people starting to pay attention. I'm noticing, like I was saying in past episodes, I'm starting to notice people that never paid attention to politics a day in their life. They starting to pay attention. They starting to at least have a general awareness of where shit is. Because when you watch that, bro, it's clear that there's a problem, like a big problem with whatever political system they got. I don't give a fuck if you red, blue, left, right, whatever you associate yourself with. When you watch Trump, bro, you know that ain't it. Yeah. That's not what we need running the country.
Not at all.
And the only people that are in favor of that are the people who just super blinded by racism.
It's not.
But I still got hope that the majority of people are not like that. You know what I mean? It's just those motherfuckers be the loudest. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I had to let it be.
I think all the people got the first election that wanted to, for that stock market shit. Oh, he's gonna run the country like he run his business. Like, that shit's out the window now, bro.
Right? You can't.
Like, we'll take a little hit to the economy to not have that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's gonna be
for
bad.
real the laughing stock of the world.
Oh, also,
like,
let me just let this be
stock of the world right now.
What if he loses? If he loses, are we going to war with ourselves? Like, is that about to fucking happen? Let me just ask. Because what he said about having his people at the poll watch, that just made me see all the Proud Boys with their guns at the fucking polls. And if they don't come with them fucking results, what's going to happen? Like, I have more faith in democracy than that, but like, I don't know. Because the way he was talking last night, he was talking greasy last night, bro.
He was talking wild, bro. When they started talking about the voting poll shit, he started getting crazy.
He was talking wild. He was basically saying them niggas was going to rig it.
I see him talking a lot of shit, but I think if he loses and he finally realizes that he can climb out of the financial debt that he's in, because like I always say, all the presidents, you make all your money after you leave. But the tours and the books and shit like that.
He getting a podcast deal like
he can
that.
Get out of, yes, I'm saying he can get out of the debt that he's in like crazy right now.
It's true.
And that will work well for him. So I think it's all a front, really. Because I really do think if
he is about
Trump will take money.
He is about his bread at the end of the
day.
That is true. I'm just getting super right-wing conspiracy right now. Because he was just wild last night. I couldn't believe he said that. I could not believe the nigga said that.
Oh, you don't got no filter, my nigga. It's like, it's not even a shot.
I don't think
things.
I don't think Trump got that option though. You really think Trump will be able to tour and do all this shit that prior presidents were able to do?
Hell yeah.
The right will be there.
I'm not rolling.
Bro, his fan,
at least not to
the Ben Shapiro
but I'm saying
audience The fucking Joe Rogan bringing him on his show the next fucking week, my nigga. He like it's going. You think The Apprentice was popping? Oh no, it's going down, Doom. Podcast deal, YouTube show, it's going down.
It's different when you don't have, when you're not the leader of the free world no more. Like I think people only listen to him because they go, this shit's stupid as fuck, but it might affect me. I need to pay attention. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why the smart people.
I just don't see.
Yeah, I feel like you being too optimistic right now.
Yeah, the ignorant people, bro. I'm telling you, listen.
Because like there's a whole
25 states, he can pack out an arena after he leaves.
I'm with that.
People to hear him speak because he was. He was the leader of the.
And look, I'm gonna say this: Twitter is technically a bubble because you follow people kind of with like minds as you.
Right.
There's a whole nother side of Twitter that's just disgusting.
That's a fact.
It is disgusting. Like that black dude who just died yesterday, Kingface, whatever it is, his name is, who's the black dude wearing a MAGA hat. Go to his side of Twitter and see if that nigga wouldn't pack out shit. Like, I know what time it is. That nigga getting a podcast deal. He getting show like
into the money, bro. I'm telling you.
It's gonna be a bag waiting for him.
But I feel like he loses all those people once he's not, you know what I mean? Because it's like they don't like him for his personality or for who he is as a person.
I don't know.
They like him for the fact that he's the spokesperson for views. You know what I mean? And like, because you gotta think, like Trump still was Trump prior, but people like Trump because of who he was. They liked him because he was the nigga, the rich nigga living the bachelor boy lifestyle, the typical. But he's still doing white that man.
Shit. Doom.
He's still doing that, but now he's changed the perception on who he is as a person.
I agree with that,
fly playboy nigga no more.
I agree that there's gonna be Republicans who's like, fuck this nigga, it's over with. Get his ass the fuck out of here. But there's gonna be 20 to 100,000 worth. There's millions of people in this country.
Yeah, I'm going millions, bro. I'm going millions, bro.
They're gonna at least be 100,000 worth of niggas that still want to hear what he gotta say. That's at minimum.
If you put it like this, all right, boom, right? If regardless of what he's done in the past, right? If they put people like Michael Vick, R. Kelly, people that one side of the country don't like, if you put them somewhere, they still pack out places, right?
That's a
regardless because what's on their resume. Yeah. Him being the former president of the United States, the former leader of the free world, best-selling book, podcast deal,
all of that.
Selling out arenas. He's going on talk shows. He's
all
getting
of that
types of deals, bro. The bag after you leave the president.
The Apprentice might come back, my nigga.
I could see that. I can see that.
It might come back. Like, let's not act like Bush rating didn't go up. Niggas forgot how bad Bush was. Like
it not act to the roof after. And
even my ass say I'd rather Bush right now. I say that every fucking day that's on Republican. I say, look, I'd rather Bush, my nigga. Y'all should have voted Jeb in. Y'all stupid. So I know what time it is. I know he about to get to the fucking bad. That's a good point, Brooklyn. I now you got me up with you on that one. All right, let's move on because look, like we said, they didn't talk too much about policy. It was just a pissing contest. Even to the end when Biden's wife comes up and gives him a super big hug, like, baby, you were courageous.
Did she try to kiss him with her mask on?
She was wilding, but she was like, look, you went through a tough, turbulent time, but you defended our family, you defended our honor, gave him a big hug.
And she gave him a kiss with a condom on.
And then Trump like, give me your hand, Melania. Melania didn't want to give him his hand. That video was nuts. I feel bad for that lady.
That's why they did it like that too. I feel like that was purposely. Like she purposely went up there to like embrace Joe, so Melania had to do the same shit, and they already know they little interactions be awkward as fuck.
Arrangement it is.
It's super big. It's super bad, bro. They gotta pre-plan that shit. Oh shit! All right, next up, we just did one hot topic, so we're gonna save the other hot. We're gonna do a couple smaller ones and then get to the other big hot one in a little bit. We can't go too hot. We can't burn out in the first 20. So look, police raided Vietnam and found more than 300,000 used condoms being packed for resale, possibly coming to America. I don't know how y'all feel about that. That's kind of fucked. Like, If you wearing a rubber, just
I'm gonna
be
just
careful.
say I'm glad I don't use them bitches.
That's what I was gonna say,
I'm
baby.
glad I don't use them bitches.
Look, I don't use them either, but like, you know, look, safe sex is great sex, but you have to have and this is just me being honest with the younger audience. You got to have a conversation with your significant other. If she's on birth control, these sorts of things. If you the pullout game is real, but like you can't always trust that, because then you're gonna end up with something that you might not be ready for. It might be an STD, might be a child. So you just got to be careful out there.
I'm trying to figure out though, how are they sterilizing these reused condoms? Like,
I don't know.
When I saw the story, I'm like, nah, this is sus. This is super sus, my nigga. Like, how are you? First of all, there's a lot of things you can recycle.
They're just washing it out.
A lot of stuff you can recycle. I don't know about this one though.
I could just see him. I could just see him with a hose, just spraying everything down, and just like, all right, it's done. Next.
Bro, that is fucking sick, bro. That is sick, man.
So y'all just be careful out there. Y'all make sure your condoms USA made, because things coming from Vietnam is not looking good right now. So next up, we got, all right. I guess this is hot enough. Like this is something that we brought from last week that we wanted to bring this week, because Doom was talking real greasy last week.
Shit, bro, this nigga is the coldest nigga in R&B since Usher, bro. I don't give a fuck. He the coolest nigga, bro.
That's a claim. The coolest R&B nigga since Usher. So fuck Trey Songz, fuck Chris Brown.
Fuck him.
Damn.
Fuck him. Brent Faiyaz, bro. I'm telling you, he bring back some shit that music been lacking for a while, which is like legit. You listen to it and you can feel what he was trying to get you to feel.
Now, Doom, because you are the person with the claim, I'll let you make your opening statement before me and Brooklyn tear into that ass. So go ahead, my brother.
I mean, it's really self-explanatory, bro. Like, you gotta look at it like this. And when I say the best R&B nigga since Usher, I'm not speaking on performance and dancing and all this extra shit. I mean strictly music. There has been no other music truer to the genre. There's vocally, he the best sounding in a while, bro. Like, I can't even think of anybody vocally that's better than Brent Faiyaz. Like, that nigga, he just super nice, bro. Like, everything that he's done, no misses. I can't think of not one song that he missed with. And I'm a die on that hill. I'm willing to die on that hill.
All right. I gotta look up like two things.
He pulling up some notes for me, man.
Yeah, I got you.
He looking up his notes. I looked at mine before we started because
I gotta see when niggas career started, because there's a couple people that's just like, I don't know about this guy. So let me just see when this guy's career started. But Brooklyn, you can begin the conversation.
All right, so we gonna start with we're gonna bring it back to when you said truer to the genre. Now, don't get me wrong. I am a great and a true Brent Faiyaz listener. True to the genre, bro. He's singing about happy songs. He's singing about riding around with his niggas. That's not R&B. True to the genre. Nah. True to the genre.
Sonically. Lyrically, he might be modern. But sonically, bro, that shit sound like, you can't tell me if fire. You played Brent Faiyaz, it sound like some shit from the 90s, which is the best era for R&B.
It reminds me
like, he legit sound like.
He reminds me of Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's what he reminds me of. To be honest with you, when I listen to him, I get more vibes of Bone Thugs and Harmony than I get of Jodeci or Casey and JoJo type shit. I get more Bone Thugs and Harmony vibes from him, but that is not to take away from what he's accomplished. But I'm not about to let you take away what these other niggas accomplished.
I'm gonna just list off some names, because
I just want one name.
I'm gonna list off some names. I'm gonna start off with Chris Brown.
There's only one that's even debatable.
I'm gonna start off with Chris Brown. I'm gonna say Chris Brown. Chris Brown's career has been one of the biggest. He's one of the biggest artists. His music has been platinum multiple times. Some have gone diamond. Like, my nigga is just out here killing the R&B game. Next name I'm gonna say, Trey Songz. Same thing. He had niggas saying yup for still to this day. 3 summers. I got another name. This name counts. Justin Timberlake. Like that was a big guy. That was a big guy in terms of music. Rock Your Body, Senorita.
I put him more in the pop category.
All right, that's cool. I'll accept that. That's fine. Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean had one of the best 2 albums of all time. People still love Blinded. And when Frank Ocean drops, the world stops. The next person, the man from Toronto, and no, I'm not talking about Party Next Door. I'm talking about The Weeknd. The Weeknd, when he drops, the world stops. He changed the sound of R&B. Him and Drake changed the sound of how music is today. Music is consumed. His impact will be forever. To say Brent Faiyaz at this point is bigger than Weeknd, Frank, Chris Brown is blasphemy. And I don't even like Chris Brown music like talking about, but I got to give his impact and what he has done as an artist. I can't let that just be slept upon. Now, what you got to say to them?
Right. It took me. I was struggling not to be like Trump and just start yelling while you was giving your points and shit. But all of those niggas you named, out of all of them, there's only one argument I'll accept, which is Frank Ocean. And I'll tell you why. My point wasn't that he's a bigger artist. It's just the music is light years better. Chris Brown, Trey songs, that's bubblegum music, man. That's
I'll
like
accept
that shit where you get in the studio with a bunch of writers and you say, how can we make a hit? How can we top the charts?
I'll accept that, but Brent hasn't made an album better than. Oh, I'm pulling my Trump shit. Brent ain't made an album better than Trilogy. I just got to say that off rip. He ain't make a better album than House of Balloons, Thursday, or Echoes of Silence.
I'll agree with that, but I feel like it's too experimental to put in the R&B box.
Look at this.
Like it don't sound like R&B though when you listen to it. Like because there's nowhere else to put it. I agree with you. That's a big feat. That's a big feat. I'm not discrediting The Weeknd at all. I just don't think it apply to this specific conversation.
And Brent wouldn't be accepted. Wait, let me just say this. Brent wouldn't be accepted if The Weeknd didn't do what he did. Because Brent's voice is very Weeknd-esque. And people would say Brent is experimental. His beats may not be, but his voice and how he sounds 1,000% is. So fuck out of here, nigga, with that one. You're not doing like that.
I'm not rolling. I'm not rolling, bro. I'm saying this Brent sound is like there has been no other music before him to sound like that, and no other music after him to sound like that. You know what I mean? Like he kind of in his own little. You know what I'm saying? With
this nigga,
it's kind of like how
this nigga rocking for Brent so hard right now, and I hate that I'm doing this because I like Brent Faiyaz.
And I love The Weeknd, but let me say it's kind of like how when you listen to Lil B, you say he's rapping, but we can't talk about him with the rappers because he's not rapping. You know what I mean? Like that's how I look at The Weeknd when it comes to R&B.
Well, look, like, Brent ain't make a better album.
We're not gonna seriously put.
I got 2 niggas I can argue. Brent ain't making a better album. He hasn't. He ain't made a better album than Channel Orange, and he ain't made a better album than Nostalgia Ultra.
That is the only debate that I would be willing to listen to.
I am
Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is the only one because he's great.
I just told you where he got his sound from. I literally said Bone Thugs and Harmony. You said ain't been nobody to sound like him. I just told you where he got the sound from.
I'm not rolling. I don't hear Bone Thugs.
I need you to go back.
Bone Thugs was rapping with melody.
Right.
Like they was rapping. Like Brent is singing. This is like pure vocals.
What a nigga could sing about chilling with his niggas? That came from them. I just told you where it came from. You just told me nobody's ever done it.
Content wise, yeah.
This nigga keeps going back to sonically. I'm still waiting for Channel Orange or Nostalgia Ultra. He don't have no album better than that.
Nostalgia Ultra is a GOAT, bro. You can't even put that nowhere.
Nostalgia Ultra. He don't have his.
He don't have shit better than that, and he don't have nothing better than Channel Orange. Channel Orange. We not sleeping on that.
We gotta remember that I'm making this statement too with the assumption that
He's gonna be fired
he's
forever.
still gonna have a long career after this. Like there's still more projects to drop. He only one project in.
People like
one real
Blonded.
project.
And look, I'm
He had
gonna
the
say
little
this.
EPs with Sonder and shit.
I went back and listened to Blonded. That album's not as bad as I thought it was. It's not. So I'm ready for Frank's next project.
Nah, that was great.
Like Nights, like that. The only son will hit the layup. Nah, nigga, nah. I saw something in the night up.
That's the one, bro.
No, bro. And I love Brit. He not touching that nigga Lonnie, bro, from Louisiana, dog. He not doing it. He not touching that nigga, dog. I'm sorry. My nigga went to UL.
I'll accept that.
And I don't even think he touching my nigga from Toronto, but I'm not gonna argue that because he don't have a better album than Kissland, dog.
Sonically, bro.
Like he don't have a better album than Kissland. Kissland is nuts.
There's another R&B singer from Toronto that you didn't mention.
I'm not gonna mention Party, but look, if you want, he don't have a better album than Party first album, nigga. Nah, since we want to do this.
Oh, you crazy now. You crazy now.
I'm crazy.
Nigga. I wasn't even referring to Party.
I knew he wasn't talking about Party either.
Oh, wait. I know you're not talking about who I think you're talking about. Don't say Candyman name him around me, nigga. Let's not even go there. We talking about his boss? We talking about his boss?
Nah, not him either. Not him either.
Bro, he's trying to lead you to the next topic, bro. You're not catching the vibe, bro. You're not catching the vibe.
Oh, he was setting me up.
The more relevant nigga right now.
I'm getting you up, bro.
Me and a fast break right now. We got no. It's 2-on-1, and he not looking for the ball.
He not, bro. He not paying attention, bro. He's in the backcourt trying to get him the ball, and he not looking.
I'm arguing with the ref.
He's eyeing, but he's tying his shoes.
I'm arguing with the ref. Oh shit. Fuck. All right. That was funny. Yeah, we get off that. But like, look, welcome to the party. That shit is hard. All right. Speaking of, let's get to the next one. That was awesome. I'm clipping all of that. All right. Let me collect myself because I told him it took me a week to figure out how I was gonna approach.
Feeling.
Not even. Let me just get to this. Let me start this off with someone in America is innocent until proven guilty.
Thanks.
And in America's court system, you have to listen to both sides and the courts decide based upon evidence produced. And if that is the case, then we as American citizens got to stop deciding people's fate in the court of public opinion. But that does not mean you do not listen to victims and people who had a crime committed upon them. No, you still believe them, but you allow the other side to present the evidence and then the courts decide and make a decision based upon the evidence. Now, with that being said, because that's how I feel it has to be. If with that being said, let's talk about Tory and Meg because all three of us did listen to the album. We listened to Daystar. We listened to it. And let me say this. I'm going to talk about music first because I feel like we should be able to separate the artist from the art. If you can still listen to Chris Brown, there's no reason why we can't listen to this Tory album. If you still can listen to some of these child molesters, if you listen to R. Kelly, if you listen to all these other things, there's no reason why you can't listen to this. You should be able to separate the art from the artist. I know people who still watch The Cosby Show. No one can take away from what that show was. You can separate the art from the artist. Now, this nigga waits a mighty fine time to drop his best fucking project.
That's what I'm saying. This shit fire.
Like, he waited a mighty damn long time. Like, what a fucking... Joke's on you? Ooh. That song is tough. Ooh.
I never thought I'd hear Tory do The Weeknd better than The Weeknd.
Oh, this look at
That
him.
Joke's on You is crazy, bro.
That song is nuts, though. That song
It's
is
crazy,
amazing,
man.
Like it is, and
that shit is fire, bro.
there's nothing wrong with judging the art. We're not talking about the situation. We're talking about the art. What y'all think of the project? I thought it was ill. He rapped his ass off. He finally blended rap and singing. He had the perfect blend. He did the Chixtape thing where he had the samples. It was just his best work. Crazy.
Bro, I was getting all types of vibes. Like he said, the weekend, they hit me with some Meek Mill type rap and shit. I'm in my car like, hold on. This Daystar? This nigga rapping his ass off. Like I said to y'all, like I said that in that text message, in my best Funk Flex impersonation. This is real rap. I was like, hold up, my nigga. You wildin', bro. And I'm on Facebook. I see all the bitches mad because we listening. But I'm like, bitch, put the album on. Put the album on. This shit fire, nigga. Stop playing with me. Like, that shit hard, bro.
Yeah, it was super hard. I can't even lie. That was incredible, man. He did his thing. Dude, what you think about that?
On us and shit. I'm like, come on, nigga. Stop playing with these bitches, bro. Fuck.
Don't say that, nigga. What is wrong with you?
My fault, y'all. I got too excited.
Real shit, bro. And hopefully the ladies don't kill me too bad.
Oh, this nigga.
I do respect Meg and
we just talking about the fucking
that
music, nigga.
you got going on.
I didn't set you up for the
They don't
alley.
give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. I got a preference with that. But I will say, this is my favorite project of 2020. So, real shit. Real shit is my favorite project.
It's up there.
And I like the fact that he addressed real life shit. That's all my whole criteria when I listen to music, if I like it or not, is it talking about something, anything, and does it make you feel? And he checked both of the boxes. Checked them twice.
Look,
and the music is fucking cold, bro.
It's gonna be up there for the Bros Who Think Awards at the end of the year.
And I definitely think that's what made it as good as it was the fact that the passion was behind the music was what drove it to become his best project to this date. But I think that's really what it was. The passion behind it really pushed him to, you know.
Now, let me say this. If in 2 months, this nigga gets convicted of this shit, this will not be on the Bros Who Think Awards. Like, we will not nominate this album. Because
I may nominate it and been put hashtag free Daystar. So I don't know.
Look, I'm just letting y'all know, like, because this is real shit. If this nigga did this, I won't, and I know I gave my whole separate the artist from the art, but if he did this, I can't listen to this album because it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it comes out in 2 months, he did this shit is a lie. So it's like, now let's talk about the situation. And we're not gonna spend too long on this. It's just, this gotta be said. You gotta listen to both sides and you gotta have the evidence. I follow Gossip in the City, and that's a Black woman owned gossip site, and she gets like information from everybody. She's been proven right multiple times, and even she said we gotta wait and let this shit play out because there's shit that's gonna drop that's crazy and that's nuts. And if she's saying let's wait and see, I gotta wait and see. The nigga didn't have bullet residue on him. And this is not me defending him. I'm just saying he didn't have bullet residue on him. And if he did, the cops would have arrested his ass right there. I'm just telling y'all the law. I'm telling y'all the fucking law. Don't get mad at me. That is from a lawyer. That's from a Black lawyer, Black woman lawyer who is like, he would have been arrested by now. So it's like, we gotta wait and see because alcohol was involved and there was a gun and you just don't know what happened. Right. Someone could have shot themselves. Someone else could have shot them. You don't know what the fuck happened. So we gotta wait and see. But when Gossip in the City say something, I listen. Cause Fee don't ever be wrong, man. I'm trying to get Fee on the pod. Fee told me she don't do media. I was like, come on, Fee, man, come on the show. She telling niggas Kanye got let me not do that. I'm not gonna even drop that bomb on the pod. They saying Kim and Kanye both got boyfriends, nigga. But we not.
Oh shit!
I'm not dropping these bombs today. We not talking about that. I can't prove that shit. So I'm just saying what I saw on Gossip in the City, nigga. Like, but what y'all gotta say about the beginning? How the fuck Doom head up? Y'all go, if that shit not deleted, go look on Gossip in the City, nigga.
I mean, as far as the situation goes, I think you're right, bro. I think we're hearing, her side, his side. We need the truth. And like you said, when liquor's involved, sometimes you don't really remember what the fuck happened. You know what I mean? Your memory's a little fucked up. Your vision was a little foggy. You know what I mean? Who had the residue on him? I don't know. It wasn't me. There was a bullet in the foot, though. That's all I know.
Yeah, same facts. Doom, what's up with you over there, nigga?
I had to like
No, I'm good. I just gloss over Kanye fucking niggas. That was wow. Wasn't expecting that.
That's allegedly. That's a rumors.
But to be serious, I do respect like everything that Meg claimed.
Yeah.
But I will say is looking a little fishy. Like there's obviously and we said this when we first initially talked about this. Obviously, there's shit missing out of both these stories.
Right.
Facts.
And until we can figure it out, nobody know. And the thing that worry me has been going on for so long, like the suspense of waiting to see what actually happened has been going on for so long. You already know how the Twitter niggas and the Instagram niggas is gonna be. Like, you gonna still run with the lie when it's more entertaining.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Let's say it come out that
they had blog sites that was reviewing the album. They had blog sites that reviewed the album that didn't listen to it. That they were just like, nah, fuck this nigga lying, he gaslighting. And didn't listen to it. Didn't listen to it. I read most of the article.
See, and that's the only problem I got with like the cancel culture shit. Cause it don't take anything concrete to get a nigga out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we could cancel the nigga, but just let's wait for some evidence, man. Let's wait for like the justice system to finish up what it's doing. Yeah. They have an investigation going right now.
But you know most people timeline is all the evidence you need to get a nigga out of here.
That is a fact.
Half the shit we talk about is just based off of what niggas saying on the timeline. Like, we don't never really know what's going on in these celebrities' lives and shit. Like, niggas just make shit up, and whatever the most entertaining shit is, that's what niggas running with.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a fact. And that's why it's best to let the court of law determine, not what the court of public opinion can, because the court of law looks at evidence, when the court of public opinion listens to lies.
Yeah, I just hope that the court of law don't come back with Meg's story was, a little exaggeration of the truth. Like, I hope that's not.
Yeah,
what
look, yeah.
I'm a for real need some energy in her direction if that does happen.
That's a fact.
I've been saying for the longest, bro. I'm always like, we talked about this before, like with different shit, like sexual assault allegations and shit like that. I always like in those type of situations, men are just powerless, bro. Like, whether you did it or not. Like, if a girl came out tomorrow and claimed that you raped her, you done. Whether you touched her or not, you know what I mean? You are finished. Right. So the fact that women use that power to just fuck niggas' whole livelihood up, and I'm not saying that, she lying, or I'm not saying that he didn't do it, but I'm saying if that was to be the case, it gotta be some kind of something for shit like that, bro.
No, I agree with you. If he did that shit, put his ass in fucking jail and deport his ass from America. But if she lied, like, that's fucked up. That's super fucked up.
Yeah, bro.
But also I'm gonna say this. Like Brooklyn said, alcohol was involved. She might not have known what happened and is listening to what other people said.
Right. She might have been.
That's a possibility.
That didn't even. She don't even.
She might be getting manipulated.
Right.
That's a possibility.
And it's a strong possibility.
That's a possibility.
Just based off of the actual.
So let me not just say let me not say she. It's a possible, like, as possible as that she's lying. It's possible that she's getting manipulated and she don't even know what happened because she was drunk. And that's something that Gossip in the City was saying about how she's been drinking a lot. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. Y'all could go to Gossip in the City and read it. But like, that's a possibility as well. And it's not our job to determine what happened, it's the courts. I'm just here to talk about everything that's on the table. It wouldn't be my job if I didn't talk about every side. And you may not like us for talking about every side, but you can respect the honesty. we keep a spade at the Bros Who Think Network. But the next topic we got, I think we handled that pretty well. It wasn't PC.
I think we did. I think
we came out unscathed. Didn't get no bullet shot at. I think we good, nigga.
Shout out to the PC bros. How about that? Not just PC Lynn this time. You feel me? We had to all collectively come together. It's all good. It's all love, bro.
All right. Well, the next one. Look, we have Eric Benet. This for the ladies, because I'm shouting y'all out with this one, man. Eric Benet said men should have be on birth control, and I agree with that, nigga, man. Look,
that's a fact, bro. Sign me up, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look, if I had the choice and not have to worry about a woman, like having to, in the back of my mind, think like, damn, did she take this? Like, I'd rather have it on me. I'm gonna take my shit every day.
Look, you ain't gotta worry about me, but I got it on me.
See, wait, ladies out here, y'all need to push for this. I'll take your men will probably take it. Like, if there's a pill. Like, I'm not putting nothing in my dick like one of them like them little them
oh
little
no, don't even.
I'm not doing none of that. But like if I gotta take a pill, I'm taking that fucking pill, nigga. How many I gotta take? 2 a day? What's up?
Easy.
Like, that's easy money.
Without a doubt, I'm not even thinking twice.
And I'm not gonna.
All right.
What we
Son, where
talking about, nigga? What we talking about? Like, I take it and that's it? Like, wait. I can hit anything? Nigga, what's wrong with you? Like, come on. C'est la vie, the gabagool. What's up? Give me the pizza, nigga. Let me eat the pie.
Bro, you
bust up in anything, nigga.
It ain't gonna be no, bro, it ain't gonna be no kids being had if that shit come out. It ain't just like available. Niggas, bro, I swear to God, bro, niggas gonna be lying to their wife. Niggas gonna be having their wife, they trying every night. They be like, baby, yes, let's try. Let's have a baby.
Meanwhile, he got the birth control.
Every night, meet me, 8:00. Niggas gonna be fucking like a motherfucker. They wife thinking they trying to have a child. He finally came around. He wants to have a baby. Whole time, that nigga popping the pill.
He got it in the car with him, bro.
In the bathroom somewhere.
That's the problem. That's like the marital issue side. Nigga, for the 18-year-old niggas, I'm busting down every nigga. What?
You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of all that shit on Twitter with the Fenty boxes.
Oh shit.
Facts, bro. Facts. Oh yeah.
Oh,
I let my 50 boxes down from my birth control.
Y'all getting your 50 boxes?
I don't know. Twitter might have influenced me. I wasn't at first, but after the jokes, I was like, shit, man, I need to cop me a pair.
Oh, shit.
Man, I support black businesses, man.
Look, yeah, you're right. And that's a black woman. Support it. I'm going to give me some Fenty boxes. Nigga, if I can wear Calvin Klein, I can wear some Rihanna's. Nigga, what's up?
That's a fact.
That's a phys-ag, nigga.
That's a fact.
Nah, look, hit us up. We'll be the sponsors of the Fenty boxers. We'll be the I don't even want to be exclusive. Let it be one of the podcasts you use. I will gladly take an ad out. Just give me a call. Hit us up. Like, let us know what's up. Tell your people, hit my people, nigga. My number on out here everywhere. 337, nigga. Hit me up. What's up? Let us do it. We'll do business. I'll cut you a good fucking deal. A good one. Just gotta get all my niggas paid. That's all. Holy shit. But yeah, no, Eric Benet is right. I would definitely take male birth control. That is a phys-ag. So the final thing I wanted to talk about before we get up out of here, man, what was, because last week me and Doom talked about the worst hookup experience. I wanted to bring this one in. What was y'all's most embarrassing moment in school? Most embarrassing moment. And look, I'm gonna start this off like I did last week to give y'all inspiration. So in first grade, niggas used to bring breakfast to school. And it was like, bring like some form of breakfast for the class, whether it's donuts or some shit. And like every day it was a different nigga's job, like a different person's job to do it. So one day somebody brought donuts, but I'm guessing that person either left or went to the bathroom when it was time to recognize them or something. They just weren't in class. So my dumb ass stood up and was like, I brought the donuts. And then they was like, yeah, cool. By the end of the day, the teacher found out I didn't bring the donuts, wrote a note home to my mom. My mom was like, nigga, you lying to the class? I was like, cool, I know how to handle this. Brought my ass, like, before we get into class, like, all the first graders line up at the once they get, like, out of car line and shit. They line up. My mama waited till everybody was lined up, brought my ass down and said, excuse me, Lennon's first grade class. He has something to tell y'all. And then And then my mom was like, now what you got to say, nigga? And so I was like, I'm sorry. I lied about the donuts. I didn't bring them. And I apologize to y'all. And if I didn't say that, my ass was getting bust. And she said, next time, don't worry about it. He going to have the donuts when y'all got her. So straight up, embarrassed my ass in front of class. Everybody was like, ooh, Linda mama got his ass. Got him. One of the most embarrassing moments in school for me, for sure. Never forgot that. Shit stuck with me forever.
That's crazy, bro.
Shit was nuts.
Damn, I'm trying to think what my most embarrassing one is.
Most embarrassing one.
I was one of them niggas that was really fucked up in school.
I could imagine.
I was wilding. I'm trying to think of most.
If you talking about bad, that's a different thing. We can talk about. I can give you something bad.
I don't know if I did anything embarrassing. I did a lot of bad shit.
We can talk about bad. All right, bad. We can do bad. I got you. So I know what type of time we on. I was a sophomore in high school. This was the last year I was a bad kid. I'm sitting in my drama class. My teacher has me, and I'm not going to say the teacher's name. I'm sorry about this. I apologize. I should have never did this. This was a fuckboy thing. I'm sitting down on the computer, printing out, burning CDs for lines, us talking about lines, burning out CDs for lines. But no, you're on the right path. Your mind is in the right spot. So I'm on the computer, and I straight up lie. I'm like, oh shit, I got Miss blank blank, history open. She watching big black cock porn in the middle of the class, nigga, in front of everybody. And I'm like, look, and everybody's like, oh, and then the lady instantly is like, why would you say? She starts crying, and I'm like, I was just joking. I don't have nothing up. And she was like, get the fuck out of my class. Just go.
You got her on the wrong day, brother.
That was fucked up.
He had it up to here with you. Get the fuck out.
Kicked my ass out. Had to go to the principal office. Funny enough, my basketball coach found out about it. Came in the principal office. They was thinking about suspending me or some shit. My basketball coach was came in all mad. Was like, you're gonna do this, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, oh, we're gonna let Mike handle this. Nigga, my basketball coach didn't make me do shit. I'll never forget that. That was my nigga. That shit was lit. I hope look, if you listen to this, I'm sorry, coach. I had to just, gotta spill some of the beans, you dig? Enough time has passed. But yeah, if you want to talk about bad, that's some bad shit.
I think I'm gonna go back to embarrassing because I thought one that was fire. And this probably was this is one of the moments, bro, where you ever thought about an embarrassing moment years after the fact and got embarrassed all over again? Damn, I really did that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So picture this was middle school, bro. It had to be I don't know, maybe sixth, seventh grade.
Mm-hmm.
It was my PE hour, right? But picture, it was raining like a motherfucker outside. So for whatever reason, they decided the best shit to do instead of going outside doing whatever we was about to do, we was gonna just go in the gym and just chill. Niggas didn't have no basketballs, no nothing. They just made us chill in the gym for the hour.
Yeah.
So I'm in my fucking little PE uniform and shit. We cooling. We was bullshitting. But what they did was, since it was raining, they just put the female PE class and the male PE class in the same gym. But we was on opposite side of the bleachers. But you know how niggas is at that age. We trying to, talk to the hoes or whatever. But I remember the PE teacher, this nigga was he wasn't having it. He wasn't fucking with no girls. So I was like, well, fuck this. I'm going to go in the corner. I'm going to take me a little nap, bro. I'm tired. Nigga probably stayed up playing Call of Duty or some shit the night before. So
what they did?
I'm in the corner, sleep, bro. Knocked out, sleep. Bell go off. I wake up. And you know how when you wake up, you be having morning wood and shit. So I guess I woke up with a little semi. All the girls going back to their shit so they can go get dressed for class. I stand up. One of my niggas was like, look, that nigga meat hard. And the finest in the whole fucking grade looking at my shit damn, bro. with like no shame, just looking down at my shit, laughing like a motherfucker, like, yo, it's me yard, nigga. And I'm like, 7th grade, bro. Like right when you first start figuring out you could do that kind of shit.
That's some TV show.
It was crazy because
shit,
I woke up out of daze, bro. Like in a daze. I ain't know where the fuck. You know when you wake up and you don't know where you at? You think you about to wake up in your room or some shit. Like, that's what happened, bro. I woke up thinking I was back home in my room or some shit.
Oh, shit. That's funny. Yo, that's some TV show shit. That's fun. That's some good, wholesome comedy.
Your boy did you dirty, though. He had to do you like that.
He did, bro. He aired my shit out.
That's fucked up. I would have been played. Like, just waking up, not knowing where the fuck you at, and everybody just laughing. Oh, that's that's embarrassing. I feel that one. All right, Brooklyn.
And it's fucked up because when you...
Oh, go ahead. Finish up, bro. Finish up.
Nah, I was just gonna say it's fucked up because when you young like that, you don't even be knowing why that be happening. Like you don't be thinking about no crazy shit. Your shit just be hard. Like what the fuck going on?
No, that's a fact.
That shit was crazy, bro.
All right, Booker, what you got?
I mean, I didn't do nothing. I didn't have no embarrassing moments because my little sister did all the dumb shit. So bitch used to like, I would forget my homework and this bitch would like triple jump me like, yeah, I forgot a tampon and I bled through my shirt today. I mean, my pants today. I'm like, damn, bitch, fuck. I can't never do nothing embarrassing. You just be taking the key. So like, I started doing bad shit because I'm like, well, shit, this bitch is doing all the silly shit. So one day I walk in the lunchroom. One of my coolest niggas, I ain't never forget, my friend Lewis. We was friends for like 6th grade, bro. I walk into lunch and then he got there before me. I don't know why I was mad that he got there before me. Nigga already got his pizza or whatever. He's sitting down, you know what I'm saying? You know them weird ass thing. Nigga got like a fruit pizza and like chocolate milk or some weird shit like that. So I go up in there and I pick his slice of pizza up and I lick it and I slap the shit out of him with it. And we just start scrapping in that motherfucker.
Why you did that, bro? I'd have been pissed at your ass.
Day, I don't know what was against me, bro.
I'd have been like, what's wrong with you? And that's one of the moments, if that's your friend, you just look at him and like, why the fuck you did this? But I gotta retaliate because I can't look like no bitch in the lunchroom.
You got to.
Got to retaliate. You're not about to just slap me with my pizza after you licked it, nigga. What's wrong with you? Like,
I think his when he got suspended, his mom was so shocked when she found out who he fought. Because she's like, this little nigga play video games in my house like 3 days a week. What the fuck?
Like, I'd have been like, what's wrong with you? Like, as a 20, like, I understand the situation from being a child, but as like a 25, 26-year-old, I'm like, you ought to beat your fucking ass. Like,
that's what I was saying. I'm like, yo, my mom must have been soft because I'd have whooped my fucking ass.
I look at TV shows so much differently now from when I see kids do shit. I'm just like, nigga, y'all fucking dumb. Like, it's just,
yeah, bro.
It's so different. But I understand that situation where it's like you just did something stupid, but the friend has to retaliate. Has to.
I wouldn't mad at him at all. I think we ended up being friends after that.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Y'all probably have. And it's just like, it's just something that had to go through. Dog eat dog world in the fucking, it's a jungle in them schools, bro.
What's crazy is like at that age, bro, you could fight and then the very next day y'all chilling together. Same.
Bro, if I got in a fight with someone right now, I'm never talking to them again.
That's a fact. It's done.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro. I'm trying to think of the same thing. I'm trying to think there's somebody I would fight with that we could be cool again. If they wasn't a family member, it's slow for them. And if there was a family member, it got to be like a sister or a brother. Because then if it's a cousin, it's probably still slow for them.
Like, I don't think I'm fighting with my homies. And if I do,
it got to be something. At this age, it got to be something.
It's got to be something worth it. Like, because, like, it can't be no dumb shit. Like, yeah,
I stand up my knees.
If
we gonna fight, it got to be for some real shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm too old to be fighting people, bro. It's not that type of time right now. Like funny enough. And if this person listens to the pod, this is no. I just thought this was funny, and maybe this is just my sixth sense of humor. So, an artist hit me up and was like, "Yo, are you from Lafayette?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Our paths will run across each other." Blah blah blah. Check out my song. And I told my girl, I was like, "He thinks we're gonna run past each other, but little does he know, I never leave my house. Like, I'm not gonna run this nigga nowhere." Like, I don't go nowhere. And that's no disrespect to the artist. I just thought that was funny.
Nah, bro, that's a fact. Because people used to say that to me when I was on the radio, and I'm like, little does he know that I don't leave the radio and go out. I mean, nigga, I got school tomorrow, nigga.
I'm not in the club. I'm going to class, and I'm coming my ass home. Like,
they don't have that kind of time.
I gotta watch too much TV shows, like, for me to be out and about. So no, bro.
That's a fact, bro. I used to leave the radio station, bro. Lock up the door at 95.5, leave, go home and watch The Flash, Gotham, Arrow, bro. Nigga, out.
Not out. No, don't have no time for none of that. But I just thought that was some funny shit. But that's all we got this week, man. We had some hot topics. But before we get into the interview with LC Sun, y'all tell the people they can find y'all on social media. I'll start with you, B. Tell us where the people can find you at.
You can find me at all social medias at Where Brooklyn At. That's Brooklyn with a Q, not a K, baby. That's for marketing purposes.
Because we are not trying to get sued. Doom, baby. Tell the people where they can find you at on social media, bro.
Hello Doom SJE on Instagram and Twitter, man. Y'all at me.
Y'all go follow both of my brothers out there on Twitter. But with that being said, let's get into the song of the week by LC Sun off of his new album, Fantasies and Fables. Y'all be sure to go check out his project, and then we'll get into the interview after the song. But let's get into that right now.
My name is Robert Neville. If you are out there, if anyone is out there, please
shut the fuck up.
See, I'ma probably be a legend by the time I die. I just saw the butterfly, butter waffles on the soul, heather hoodie in the summertime. Royalties multiplying, now we got some pocket change. Stock exchange, the product profit underline. I've been in the driver's seat, you can hear the tires screech. Donuts in the lane, put my initials in the side the street. Arrogant as I could be, cause they ain't always rock with me. So now I grab my nuts tighter than a pair of pliers keep. I hated how they doubted me, but I ain't have a plan. And the shit that I would prophesize made it hard to understand. When you destined, your impressions always miss with the critics until you win it, and they question how the fuck niggas did it. Since the beginning, we came in and made it hard for the gimmicks, cause we had everything to prove. We put our lives on exhibit, and everything we said was true. We never lied, niggas lived it, and gave us rain over the brew. We never tried, we just fit it. Get at me, kid.
Tell them lights, cameras, action as you see the jazz stripe. Niggas pouring Irish whiskey on ice.
I represent the pinnacle with Southern rap, niggas. They say we made it now, but we ain't even started yet. I might cop a Cuban link to compliment my starter sweat. Lounge around the crib drinking mojitos for my ego. I'm the next Bambino, no puedes, then set out Chico. We made it through the doorway, no more looking through the peepholes. Spokesperson for my people, the studio, my cathedral. It's so unorthodox the way my rhymes considered lethal. Just so you can see my socks, I keep a cup link in my chinos on some snazzy shit. Ain't gon' catch me slipping, I've been sitting on my P's and Q's. Waited on my turn, you only hide as what your season shoes. Niggas couldn't see the views, I tried but they ain't get it. Every rhyme got deeper meanings glued inside if you just listen. I ain't hide, I took initiative, that's why they know my name. I could die and keep my memory alive, it's all the same. Put my money by my mouth, now my finances about to change. And I'ma dominate the dance, then in a glance I'm out the game. Get off me, nigga, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week's special guest is none other than LC Sun. You just heard his new song. I think I'm gonna go with Cobra Commander. So yeah, so by the time this is they hearing us talk and have this conversation, y'all just hold Cobra Commander. He just dropped his new album, Fantasies and Fables. How are you doing, LC, my brother?
I'm good, man. Humble in this world, bro. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. How does it feel being that you just dropped the album? Because by the time that people hear this, it's out.
Yeah, incredible, bro. I'll say 4 to 5 years ago, I would have never thought about being in this position right now. So just to know that that's a project that it came from a brain baby of mine, it's beautiful.
Hell yeah. Well, then let's start off the conversation just like that. Why is it that 4 or 5 years ago you wouldn't have saw this happening?
Just no direction, man. I remember being in high school, and I always talk about that. They make you do a 5-year plan and shit. Mm-hmm. And I would be in that scenario, and it's like, what the fuck I'm gonna do in 5 years? I've been to school for 12. I don't know what's outside to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I literally had no direction. I always was involved with music and shit though. So, you know, it just so happened to work out, come back around for me, and now I'm here making my own music.
So what got you into rap? Like, what made you decide I want to be a rapper?
A couple of things, man. My father, he always was a rapper, a writer, always into some theatrical shit. My mom's was an actress, so I was on the entertainment side of things early on, you know.
Okay.
And then one of my cousins was in a band as a younger dude. I always saw the stage presence of what they were doing, and it was just nuts. So it just all fell into the craft when I started listening to rappers and like, oh, that's some cool shit. The way they walk around, the swag and shit. All right, let me see what I can do, you know.
Hell yeah. Well, who are some of those guys that, you know, influence you to get you, you know, to be like, okay, I could do this shit?
Redman, Busta Rhymes, Kid Cudi, Rick Ross, man. You know, Rick Ross is one of the most confident presences in music right now. You know, he's a boss, you know what I'm saying? So all of that, just I want to take bits and pieces of what I've seen from them and build my character up through that shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say Rick Ross because I can definitely, not saying anything like this, but I can hear the influence. I can hear the influence of Redman too, which is crazy. Like Red is because I'm assuming you in your like early 20s, early 20s to late 20s, somewhere in between.
27.
Like, yeah.
Late-ish now.
All right, yeah, late-ish now. Okay, so we are from the generation that like Red and meth was a little bit before our time. What got you into like Redman, Busta Rhymes? Like, how'd you come in contact with these East Coast dudes, especially being that we're from the South?
Yeah, I will say I always felt that my pops resembled Busta Rhymes. He doesn't really look like him, but he just, for some reason, he always reminded me of Busta Rhymes. So it kind of gravitated towards a personal level with that, but also rolling with him, just recognizing that these dudes are serious next to the, you know, I'm not going to say any names that aren't my favorites, but, you know, next to those musics and the music that I was listening to with Pops and shit and hearing that stand out to me, it's like, yeah, these are some bad boys.
So Pops
over the years,
super crucial to your hip hop like knowledge.
Pops is nice, you know what I'm saying? His tape deck is different, you know what I'm saying?
And I feel you. That's how that's how I got into music, comics, movies. It was all through Pops, like because. My mom kind of gave me like a different side of like myself, but like all the entertainment, I'm right there with you. It was all because of Pops.
Thanks.
What would you say? Pops. What would you say was your Pops? What was your favorite CD that your Pops had?
You want to know a fact, man? It's not even a rapper. It's a singer called Bjork from Australia.
Ooh, I think I know who Bjork is.
Yeah, spells it all kinds of ways.
Isn't it BJORK?
That's her.
Okay, yeah, I know who that is. Hell yeah!
Now,
all right.
Fun fact: she does a lot of collaborations with Timbaland, so you know she still got that hip hop influence in her. But she's just so nice, son. It's ridiculous what she could do. So you know, I would say that's my favorite shit that I heard from Pops.
Hell yeah! Okay, so now before we get to the album, what got you linked up with Jalen Quinn because you're signed to No Help Records?
Yes, sir. No Help Records, man. Thank God for this opportunity. Real quick backstory, man. I'm doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Me and Jalen always known each other through friends, and I recognized he was a nonsensical, he's just the hardest shit I've ever seen out of just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? He's just kicking it in the mall hard, son. But we never really linked up like that, just minding our business. And I'm doing a show one day, and without going into deep detail, he could tell I wasn't taking the show too seriously, you know what I'm saying? I'm just up there having a good time with my people and shit, and what I was doing wasn't going to take me to the next level of this shit. So he pulled me to the side outside and was like, look, bro, what I see in you, something that I don't see in these dudes around here, you know what I'm saying? No offense to anybody around our area. We got a nice musical area around. But he gave me a conversation, and I talked about it in the album, you know what I'm saying? It really changed my perspective on, I got a dude that I look up to that's from the same area of me talking to me like he wants to see me flourish, you know what I'm saying? So that shit changed my mind on what I was going to do with this music shit. And a couple shows after, we kept feeling the vibe. We were making a few songs, feeling the energy in the shade, you know, the infamous. And he hit me with the pop question, and I was like, I mean, shit, of course. What do you mean?
Let's run it.
Records? Come on.
It's crazy you say that because the funny thing is the fact that like he pulled you to the side and believed in you is crazy because I remember the last interview we had and then the time before that he was like, look, I got this dude, LC son, you gonna have to check him out. Then the last interview when you featured on his project, he was like, best rapper alive. And I was like, wait, you counting yourself? He's like, look, I'm competitive with him, but like, I'm nice, but this nigga is nice. So I was like, oh, shit, if Jalen gonna say that, then I know it's real.
He's humble, bro. He's humble. I definitely don't go into the studio and I'll say this, it's hard to be in his presence, you know what I'm saying? This dude's nice. Just his cadence, is the way he goes to rap, the shit he's talking about is super relatable. He can say who's ever the best rapper alive, but I guarantee you nobody's fucking with no help. I'll say that. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%. Well, let's get into the album right now. It's Fantasies and Fables. So I got to start off with the intro. You chose this symphony beginning like track where it's like everyone's taking their seats. Is that classic where in certain movies they play it? And what made you choose that?
So, you know what I'm saying? Fantasies and Fables. It came from, literally started off as just a line in my last EP, Steadfast. I said it just writing rhymes, you know what I'm saying? And it stood out to me so much, I wanted to kind of build on that. And through the process of building the album, it was supposed to be about so many different things. But after the identity made itself, it reminded me of, you know, I wanted to start it off to give you the illusion of you going into a separate situation. You're not playing the album and you're listening to music, you know what I'm saying? You're actually stepping into a different situation right now. This is your footsteps into this fantasy, into this fable. And what are you about to find out through this journey through the album, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. It's almost like, I said a symphony, but it's kind of like a play too. And I think that's interesting being that you have a lot of interludes and a lot of clips that I'm going to ask you about. But also the fact your mom's an actress. So I see the theater in you and all of that. That's all shining through. Even with the name Fantasy and Fables, I'm transporting you to this. And it's like we're all watching this play, this movie, whatever you want to call it. So then we get track 2, Fantasies and Fables featuring Megan Dawson, Jonathan Trigal, and Lord Lavender. What made you choose these 3 individuals?
Megan Dawson, been known her for a very long time, one of the best singers out of Homer, period. Just incredible pipes, bro. And Jonathan, he EP Steadfast, man, one of my best homies. He'll do anything I ask him to with no questions asked. Lav is another talent. He's out there in Waco, Texas with John, and they out there minding their business and being so quiet. And I'm like, son, y'all need to get on some music shit because y'all are phenomenal, bro. They just have an ear for the shit. So I wanted both of them to at least do something on my project. And again, Megan's just phenomenal. So I had to get her. Come over here and let me hear that. You know
and she killed it, man. Well, all three of them killed it, but like her, like you said, she got pipes. Like when I heard that, I was like, oh shit, she can sing. Then you chose, I thought it was interesting because coming off the intro, it's a big band beat. It's keeping that like, okay, we're not going to get you into hip hop yet. We still going to transport you to this theater, to this like this jazzy, like we still going to get you in this mind state. Also, you said the mirror is telling you that you're minuscule. How do you battle that personal doubt?
That's the big topic of the album. You know what I'm saying? Personal doubt, you know, the way I battle it, man, and I'm not even gonna go. I do my music, blah, blah, blah. The way I battle it, bro, is conversation, man. I communicate with people. I let people know, look, this is where I'm at mentally. I always wanted to point out that, you know, Jalen is a big advocate for, you know, self-hustling, and you know what I'm saying? He speaks on how to grind as to where on the other side of the rap, no help identity, I'm speaking on, it's not necessarily a grind. In my words, it's more like your mentality behind what you have to do to be a person in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So that first song is just all about how I was my own worst enemy. And this is what happens throughout the album because of that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, because you even say you said the fantasies and fables never from a POV of yourself, and it's like this is nice time to like we're gonna tell this story, and that line comes again, I believe in the outro, if I'm not mistaken. But just talk to me a little bit about that line.
So you know when you're reading a fantasy and you're reading some stories and shit, you know it's all from authors and shit, but it's about Cinderella or it's about Prince Charming. It's never the the person in the fantasy that's telling the audience what's going on. Yeah. So really, I didn't write this to be my fantasy or my fable. I wrote this that you can have the information so you can write the shit for me. You know what I'm saying? You could depict what you understood from this, make your own assumption of what this was actually about. And as you go through that motherfucker, you're like, okay, let me write this bitch from what I've heard, and then I can get my own interpretation of the motherfucker. You know?
Yeah, and then all your fans will tell the story of LC's son, where LC's son don't have to tell it.
You don't have to tell it. It's all going to be different from different walks of life. What part resonated with you, and it just creates that fantasy and fable. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why it's many different fantasies and many different fables. I fuck with that. That. Hell yeah. Okay. So then we get to track 3, Dr. Neville. Or which you in for? Dr. Neville? Okay.
Dr. Neville.
You said the studio is your cathedral. Is rapping therapeutic, almost religious-esque for you?
So, yes. Rapping helped me, honestly. I talk about it a lot. Rapping helped me speak to God, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Not too far long ago, I had some dark spaces in my life, which gave me the reason to rap. I have content to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Everybody goes through things.
Yeah.
And me being lyrical gave me the opportunity to talk to God in my own way, you know what I'm saying? Whereas it may not be comfortable for certain people to sit at a kitchen table and talk to God over their food or, pray in the shower, however you get it popping.
Yeah.
Me writing my rhymes and expressing how I came to meet my confidence and faith is how I'm speaking, to God, you know what I'm saying? And I'm giving people a way to hear and influence them to speak, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. How long ago did you start to develop that, your personal relationship with God? Through the rap?
I want to say SoundCloud, I released a song called 2 Posters, and that was my first time I really hit my topic on me talking to the Lord, you know what I'm saying? And around 2 years ago was where that relationship started reoccurring. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you consider yourself, would you ever do the Lecrae route where you rap solely about that, or is it just something that's more personal for you?
I wouldn't go Lecrae. I'm a pirate mouth. You know what I'm saying? I curse a lot. I wouldn't go Lecrae though, just because I feel like it boxes Lecrae in, but he's phenomenal,
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go to Christian rap until God pushed me to Christian rap. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Yeah, it's whatever goes that way later on in your life.
I'm gonna fight it.
Hell yeah. Okay, 100%. The next track we got is Bases Loaded featuring Lyric and B-Mac. Just talk to me about why you chose these two individuals.
Bro, Bases Loaded, man. Lyric and B-Mac. Lyric is the
is he the deep voiced one?
He's the first feature, yeah.
Okay.
He's out in Atlanta, man, and these are my guys from hometown Thibodeau, bro. And he was the first one to really inspire me to rap. He was rapping when he was in high school and shit. He's one of those cats, like, I've been at this shit. And he was just always on our ass, man. Rich Raiders, bro, that was the first faction that I had my hand in. We got so many other members and shit. But that's my brother, son. And I reached out. I was like, look, I'm putting this together. It's my first album. I'm going to need you.
Yeah.
Came through immediately. Didn't ask no questions. He's phenomenal, bro. And B-Mac, that's my boy, son. B-Mac's like my fucking brother. He's here at all times. He's I try to get him on features every now and then just to keep his spirits flowing and shit.
Yeah.
I wrote my first verse for B-Mac, you know what I'm saying? So basically that's a homage song, honestly. I just wanted the people that I look up to in the rap game, lyric wise, I want y'all to come and show me what y'all got on my shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we just gonna all come up here and compete for the competition. Hell
Let's do
yeah.
it. Rich Raider shit. Back when we was in Lafayette, we used to do that shit all the time over some beats and blacks, you know what I'm saying?
You said back when you was in where?
Lafayette, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
you okay, so how was that living up in Lafayette? And how long did you stay up here?
It was that time phrase where I was like, man, I don't know what I'm doing in my life. So all my homies went to UL. And I was like, shit, I'm going to pack up and go fuck with my niggas. It's lit out there. They got all the honeys and shit. They got all the parties and shit. I'm living out there. All my boys is at school. I'm working at Finish Line at the time. And I'm like, man, fuck, what am I doing? And that's when I get to writing my first verse for B-Mac. And I'm fucking with Lyric now. He calls himself. And, that shit was the spawn of my own
music,
rap.
Yeah. Ah, okay. We putting this story together. Did you spell Top Dog like that on purpose?
Absolutely.
Okay. Is that to pay homage to TDE?
Yeah, man. In the song, I'm saying I'm the right hand man, K Dot. You know what I'm saying? Top dog. It's paying homage, but at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying, we got no help.
Yeah.
We're coming for TDE spot. You know what I'm saying? This is it.
I got you. Okay. Y'all coming. And then look, you said you can sell crack to plumbers, and that's bars. Talk to me how important lyrics are to you.
Oh my God, bro. I can't finesse my ears to not understand lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I can't listen to the non-lyrical raps, even though I want to. Like, you ask Jalen, bro, on some side mission shit. You gotta go ask Jalen how much we complain about music, because he genuinely loves the fun rap. I don't like that fun shit, bro. Redman, Busta Rhymes, these niggas is witty. You know what I'm saying? Their pens are stupid. So everything I'm saying in that bitch, I try to make sure that it's somewhere near double entendre, or there's metaphor. It's ducked inside.
I was about to say, you a lot of the stuff that I picked up is double meanings. A lot of like it's layers. And when I finished my this was about my third listen before we came to this, I was like, man, I need more time with it. Like, this is one of those where it's like, I'm gonna have to listen to this bitch like a couple more times before I peel back on. Because even the first time I listened for like, how does it sound? Okay, is this dude good? Second time, it's like, okay, this nigga is fire. Like, let me see the lyrics. Third time, it's like, all right, I'm catching new shit that I didn't even catch the first two times. And I know if I listen again, I'm going to catch more stuff. How important is it to make I always like to use the Shrek reference because we're like Shrek kids. The ogres are like onions. How do you like to make your music like onions and let them have their layers?
It's literally the only shit that I love. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my favorite part about this motherfucker. Of course, I love performing. Like I said, I've been an entertainer dude. I love performing. And then I love the secret. And Dr. Neville, every rhyme got deeper meanings. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to listen to what I'm saying. And it may not be the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, it's an Easter egg. Like Marvel movies, they give you extra situations in every scene. You know what I'm saying? It's always, it's just, that's what makes me want to write. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It's beautiful.
It's a personal thing that you love, and I fuck with it because I think that form of rap is coming back into like mainstay, and it's needed through guys like Griselda, Boldy James, No Help Records. Like, y'all are doing that, and I love that.
While you say that, before we move on, them Griselda niggas is different. I'm trying to tell niggas them boys are different.
Who's your favorite one?
That's what I'm talking about. All right, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's the machine,
when I first was listening, it was Conway. But then you hear Westside, and he's so fucking swaggy, son. But you barely know what he's talking about. And then you hear Benny, and he comes around, and he smashes. So I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I'm leaning towards Benny, but they all have had their tenure of being in my top spot. They just,
right now, my first favorite was Benny. Right now, I'm a Conway guy right now. So like, I'm fucking with the machine heavy. I haven't gotten to Westside because like Westside is very it's like I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna come. It's gonna come eventually. But hell yeah, shout out to Griselda. So then we get to track 6. You did it, Johnny. Mm-hmm. What's that talking at the end? What's that from at the end? The skit? The skit.
All right, so that goes into one of the themes of the album. It's from The Truman Show, starring Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Have you ever seen it?
Yes, I knew I heard it, but I didn't know where it was from.
So The Truman Show basically is a movie based on like the reality TV before reality TV was reality TV. And all the cameras are on this guy watching him live a life that's basically a facade, and he doesn't know it.
Yep.
And that skit right there is when he's kind of coming to the terms like, man, I've been in this same spot for my entire life. I'm in my like late 20s, mid 30s probably. And you've never been off of this planet, you know what I'm saying, or this place. So he's kind of coming to the intellect like, yo, something got to change. I got to go outside of this place. And I wanted to twist that into Fantasies Fables about, you know what I'm saying, I've been in this same spot of trying to chase this dream that's posted up there for me. But basically, how am I dreaming and how am I chasing somebody else's depiction? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm only chasing what's been given to me. So basically, I'm in this same bubble that Truman was in. You know what I'm saying? So at that point in the album, that's when I say, all right, I'm about to challenge what's going on. I'm about to challenge myself to push myself past this bubble. Am I trying to be a rapper, or am I trying to be myself to the best of my ability while rapping? You know what I'm saying?
And find your vision of what
Let's get it.
this success is. Hell yeah. Fuck with that heavy. So then that leads us to track 7, Fluency. How good is Mom's crawfish stew, man?
Boy, listen. Boy, listen. Mom's, oh my damn. Easter, bro. Easter, every Easter. What do you want for Easter? You know, you want to have like an egg dyeing? No, man, fuck that. Give me some crawfish stew. And make 6 pots of that shit because I'm bringing it home. So that's just delicious. She heard it September 7th. We had a listening party for the close family and shit. And she heard it and she was just weak, son. That's just fucking hilarious. But one of my other influences is Action Bronson, son. And he does this where like he puts in some witty shit, but it's
some food related witty shit. Food
related, and sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's just like I'm just talking about getting my shirts ironed or something. You said something stupid just cause
I got
but
the
it sounds cool.
Boosh. Like,
you know what I'm
shit
saying?
Like, yeah,
just
I know.
something.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of where that mindset is. Nobody cooks a better stew than my mom, son. So catch that. And then I'm going to spin it and start rapping, nigga, you know?
Hell yeah. Well, we got to stay on track 7 because I got some more about this that I want to pull back. You said the real storm is when you overcome things of the past, and then you talk about drinking alone a lot in this song. Talk to me just about your dealings with that, and like, well, I'm guessing that was through the dark time that you went through of just drinking alone, and then how did you overcome that storm that was in the past?
You know, accepting what's going on. So a lot of times I find in myself, and I see it in a lot of people, that, you know, when we deal with certain things that happened in the past, especially in my close situations, what I'm used to and shit, we don't really move forward. We don't accept that. We don't forgive ourselves for what we've done and what we've been through. So that song was really, you know what I'm saying, you can't move forward until you get that fluency and you really understand that what happened yesterday made you come here today. You know what I'm saying? You have another understanding of what's going on. So, you know, and drinking alone, man, you know, it was just a time where I'm at the crib and, you know, my friends are over here and shit, but I'm just not really coherent. I'm just minding my business. I'm drinking every day.
Does that go back to that time when you're like, where everybody's at school and you're at this point where it's like, I gotta find out what's in my life, but it's at that time where it's like,
yeah, man,
I'm just drinking. I don't know what the fuck I want to do. I related to that portion heavy of like,
you know,
don't know what you want to do in life, and it's like it's almost a sense of lostness, and you're just looking for different things to grab to where it's like, let me find some sort of purpose.
Let me find some sort of purpose, bro. You know, it's again, back in the school, the 5-year plan shit, they don't teach you about life. You know, they teach you how to divide shit and how to multiply and how to read a book, but they don't teach you how, like, I'm about to go through this anxiety phase in my life and I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
And I'm 21, so I'm about to drink to numb that feeling. And now I end up drinking alone 7 days just to like not be at home and feel terrified in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? And that shit exists. And I try to, you know, I don't want to go too dark with it, you know what I'm saying? But I try to touch on it in my music, you know what I'm saying?
And like everybody has their vices, whether it's drinking, weed, whatever drugs people be doing. Like I know exactly what you're talking about, and I know so many people who go through this. What is your advice for someone that's in that storm right now on how can they get out?
Communication, bro. Honestly, I'm the most prideful motherfucker you'll ever meet, bro. I don't show emotion. I'm trying to make your day better, so I'll do anything to make your day better, even if I have to cripple mine. But when I finally hit that spot and I'm like, all right, bro, I'm fucking tripping. I can't even sleep at night, you know what I'm saying? I was calling moms at like 3 o'clock in the morning, waking up in the middle of panic attacks and shit. I ain't never dealt with no shit like that. So I used to look at people that were really dealing with that shit seriously, like, yo, just man up. Nah, nigga.
Yeah,
that shit happens. That shit exists. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I broke my fucking pride down. I communicated with the close homies who I trusted. Then I started communicating with the exterior people. You know what I'm saying? Look, I went through this, and I see where you at right now. Have you gone through that, or are you going close to that? You know, what can I do to help you? And that communication, just speaking to somebody and their rebuttal show you that that's just not that unnormal. So, you know, I've been through that already. I know somebody that's been through that already. I'm not alone in this shit, you know what I'm saying? And it gives you a better sense of confidence and a better understanding of how to move around that shit, you know?
I love hearing you say all of this because, and then the thing that you started off with was when people say you got to man up, and I think that's the biggest problem, at least with black males with African American males. It's like we always think we got to man up, men keep that shit to themselves, but it's like the longer you keep it to yourself, the more you bottle up, and eventually that bottle's gonna burst. And it's like we need to communicate how we feel, whether that's therapy, whether that's with someone you trust, whatever it may be. Mental health is a real thing, and you have to sustain a proper mental health.
Yep. Yeah. I was the one. Yo, shut up. Take that shit to the chin. Hit me harder than that. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I'll never belittle someone's mind state again, bro. That shit humbled me for sure.
And I think that's so important that our generation's realizing that. So when we have kids, it's like our kids will get better, and then it'll start a chain reaction of breaking that stigma that our fathers and our forefathers had. And it's like, I'm glad it's starting with us, because it's something that I'm seeing across the board with all different types of black males that I've talked to on this show. It's like mental health is a big thing that every single one of us have said.
Yeah, we have to, man. And I'm happy that a bunch of the people that I had were here for me, and to the people that don't have people there for them, you know what I'm saying? No Help Records, we're here for you.
That's what I'm saying. Look, man, y'all, this album will definitely help you with that if you're going through that. So definitely make sure you check out Fantasies and Fables. Okay, so Fluency was just a very, very special track. I had to break down with like a couple of questions.
Yeah,
for that one.
Go for it.
So, but next track we got is Alpha 8. Is that from Power Rangers?
Power Rangers.
Yeah, okay.
Power Rangers.
Well, I'm taking it you're a big movie and TV guy.
I like what I like, you know what I'm saying? Certain things influence what I got going on. I'm definitely one of the guys that's more impressionable when I go to create. So all of the scenes and the skits that I have is from movies and TV scenes that stuck with me. Like at the beginning of the album with the count off, that's from Whiplash. That's a fire movie. But yeah, Alpha 5, bro, Power Rangers was my shit. So I had to go. And if it's my first album, I'm gonna put what I want in that bitch. Alpha 5 is going in there, bro. And he's talking crazy. He's just at Zordon's. Come on, I'm with it.
I know. I was like, okay, real. One of the lines in there that I really, really liked: opinions are like a dick. You only take them if you bitch made.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
what's up with opinions, bro? Like,
all right, now this line's funny to me again.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to do your thing for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I want the people to listen to my music, and of course, I want everybody to resonate. But at some point, you got to do shit for yourself. So, I remember writing that song. I was just I was actually in my sister's room, just walking around writing it. And me and Jalen released a song when a bunch of the George Floyd drama was going on called I Strain. And, you know, rest in peace, George Floyd. And that shit really put me in a place where it was like another negative time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was bent up about it. And I released the song and I sent it to one of my homies. Shout out my motherfucking homie. And he was like, bro, the distortion on that bitch is a little wicked. You know what I'm saying? It's a little much. And at that point, which I've already come to this conclusion already, but at that point, I'm like, son, you listening to the distortion in the song, but I'm trying to express how I feel on what's going on.
Yeah.
Your opinion don't matter. Your opinion's like a dick. You only take it you bitch made. Now, no offense to dick takers, but you know what I'm saying? It's just a witty, it was like a little jab to my homies. Yeah.
I fucked with it. No, literally when I heard it, I was like, well, I gotta ask him about this. This bar is hard as hell and it sticks out.
Funny, son.
Yeah, 1000%. So the next one we get is track 9, Cobra Commander, featuring Jalen. Talk about the friendly rivalry with you and Jalen. And I know we touched on it a little bit earlier, but just like, how is it when y'all get in the studio together? If he drop a 5 verse and you already got one written and you hear his 5 verses, and like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna have to come switch this bitch up because like I'm not about to let him kill me.
We pride ourselves in not trying to switch each other's verse after we hear, because we know we both understand what we coming with.
Yeah.
I remember y'all were talking about the shucking and jiving joint, and son, I laid down my verse and he came after me and just smashed. And I'm like, I've been asking, I wanted Jalen to be on Bases Loaded, actually. It was just going to be me and Jalen, but it didn't work out that way. And I needed him on the album. Like, this album is basically homage entirely, the whole thing. So I'm like, my nigga, you saved my life, bro. I need you on my album. And I'm sitting right here. I'm on the porch at my crib. And I made this fucking beat from this Teddy Larcy. I don't even know who this guy is. I just was searching so deep into YouTube. He makes this weird experimental music, and I fucking sampled that shit and made it. I did the drums, and it's just sounding like this. I'm like, fuck. I got to get somebody that can sprint on this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said to Jalen, I'm like, look, I'm coming to the crib tonight. By the time I got to the crib, Jalen was like
Verse written.
74% done. And I was writing on my way to the car, so we already had our haymakers. And like he told me his first line, Vandal Savage or whatever he said about Vandal. And it's just, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, he had bars.
This dude is nuts. But you know what I'm saying? He pushes me to that point where it's like, man, if you believe that I'm the best rapper and I believe that you're the best rapper, let's both prove each other wrong. You know, I'm about to smash, you know what I'm saying? And it comes out to be that head-to-head Cobra Command.
And the fact that you said y'all coming for TDE, I think that's that relationship that you and him have reminds me of that. Like when I hear early TDE, like Ab-Soul talking to Kendrick, like I think Kendrick's the best. No, I think Ab-Soul's the best, and they push each other. It's steel sharpens steel. The classic thing of like when you're around people that are like really good, it'll rub off on you and it'll rub off on them. Also, Jalen, right now I know you listen to this. Shout out to you for that Vandal Savage line. You already know I'm coming with the DC love.
Oh my god!
But we'll talk about that in a little because I gotta get to your take on like comic books and all that. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? So yeah, no, it's steel sharpens steel, and it's y'all doing this together. You said you produced this track. How much did you produce on the album?
Humbly, like 94%.
Do you like, which one do you like more, rapping or producing?
Rapping, man. My thing is, so T. Steve's, No Help Vet, he made Dr. Neville. Okay. And our DJ K Booty, he made the last portion of my last song, the outro.
That transition's nuts, but we'll get to that.
He destroyed it. Everything else, my thing is, bro, I'm so particular. So I had to learn how to make my shit. Jalen and T. Steez have that too. Jalen's so particular, he'll smash any beat. I'm a little less free with the beats, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go rap on Meg Thee Stallion like he did and smash it. It just don't work for me. Yeah. But him and T. Steez have a fucking formula. They get it popping. And with me, you know, I'm still trying to figure out how to flex on other people's beats that I can really speak the way I want to speak on it. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna learn how to do my own, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that J. Cole thing going where it's like, I gotta make my own beats. Or that Big Crit thing where it's like, I gotta make my shit so I could feel comfortable spitting.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I love my mother's cooking. Her crawfish stew is awesome. If I eat your crawfish stew, I'm gonna be picking on it because, you know, I know what I want.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah. So then we get to track 10 Golden Moments. Always be careful how you win it because it may result in a fail. Talk to me about that line. That stuck out to me huge.
All right. Golden Moments was supposed to be a lot further up in the album.
Okay.
When I was first defining the fantasy. It ended up being all the way in the back and tying the motherfucker together for me, which is beautiful. Always be careful how you win and may result in a fail, man. We can break it down into any category, but I've taken a bunch of W's that have took a fire toll on my character or on my soul itself. You know what I'm saying? I've done a bunch of things that felt joyous in the moment, but it was actually
worse off for you.
It takes a toll on you, you know what I'm saying? It's basically like stop living in the moment and stop, you know, you got to be intentional with what you do. You got to think ahead. You got to pay attention to what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Simple as maybe, like, let's just use this example. Maybe you might get away stealing your groceries or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it could fall down. You got some free groceries today. But you know what I'm saying? Karma's a bitch. Somebody isn't having food now. You know what I'm saying? And
or you go do that shit tomorrow and then you get popped.
How you doing? Yeah, all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That specific line came from a situation I did back when I was younger. And it just applied. And it was a victory, but it cost me, you know,
in the long
a good stretch. It almost damaged a couple of relationships. It cost me like 5 G's that I didn't have. You know, a couple people disappointed in me, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely gave me golden moments and it humbles you. And I'm not moving the way I was moving at that time in my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. I just want you to be careful how you moving out here because this shit is serious at every moment.
1,000%. Look, and you can also look at it from the flip. Whereas if you take a loss, that can end up being a win in the end, where you may lose the battle, but you can end up winning the war due to that loss. You learn something from it. Once
you humble yourself, bro, you realize that the W is coming after you. You know what I'm saying? Once you just chill out and sit back and look at the whole perspective, the route's easy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You just got to chill and get it.
Yeah.
Just chill and get it. Stop being so pressed to move forward. You know what I'm saying? Of course, get your hustle on, but like, pay attention to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Be careful how you win.
1,000%. So then track 11 is just like fluency. We got Showtime. I got a bunch of questions with this one. Yes. How was working at Dillard's?
I wanted to block out Dillard's, but it just didn't happen in time because I didn't want Dillard's to be affected. I love Dillard's. But it was that specific moment. I'm at actually working women's shoes. And it's like it's not, it's not my type of women. It's like older, more established grandmothers coming in there. So that shit was weird, bro. I'm just like handing people with corns on their feet a couple slippers and shit. And it's just, yo, what am I doing? I'm like 21. And they finally moved me to the men's department that same day. And when I got to the men's department, I was like, fuck that. I'm about to sell my dog some shoes. I always sold shoes for like 7 years. And I'm like, all right, I'm about to sell some homies some shoes or whatever. And then in the men's department, I didn't get any customers like that whole day. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, cool. I was making my commission over there fucking with corns. I'm over here with the men's shoes where I feel
doing nothing.
Doing nothing. I go in the back stock room and I call my homie Marty. This is Marty's hat, by the way. Finessing since 93. He's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that's just fire.
I call my homie Marty and I'm like, look, son, I'm freaking out. I met him in Lafayette the same days I was talking about earlier. He's in Baton Rouge at the point. I'm like, I'm freaking out. So why am I at Dillard's? And you know what I'm supposed to be doing. He was one of the main focuses on my life where it's like, yo, you need to get out of what you're doing and go rap, nigga. Like, seriously. He had me with a pen and a pad in his apartment while I was sleeping on his floor. Like, get your bars off. And, I owe my life to Marty. Genuinely from this moment. He was like, look, flip the coin. If it's tails, you come stay with me. I give you a job at Tiger Mania. He was running over there. And if it's heads, you know what I'm saying, just think about what you got going on and just relax.
Yeah.
I flipped the coin, and as the coin was in the air, like within the split moment, I was like, my nigga, get out. I left Dillard's through the side door. Like, slipped out that bitch immediately. And from that moment, bro, like, it wasn't even LC Sunbread back then, you know what I'm saying? It's been step by step. I changed my whole life from that conversation with Marty, you know what I'm saying? So shout out Marty for giving me the opportunity.
That was a start leading us to this point. Man, that's some shit when it all works out for no help. That's gonna be in the that's gonna be in the LC Sun movie. But y'all should do a TV series because this is all perfect to where it's like you could get all of y'all's individual story where like half the season we follow you, half the season we follow Jalen and tell y'all lead up. That'd be amazing where it's like you in Dillard, you flip that coin in there, slow motion pans up, and it's like, nah, fuck this. Grab the coin and just walk out. Yeah. Nah, that'd be hard as shit. Okay, so the next thing I got is you said you're cool with losing it all because of the risk you're taking.
Yeah, man. Nipsey talks about it a lot. Rest in peace, Nipsey. It's like, bro, you can't half-ass this shit. And that's what Jalen brought me to the side. We talked about it earlier.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on stage having fun. But why are you the one having fun? You know what I'm saying? It should be fun, but why are you the one having fun? You're supposed to be giving entertainment to the audience. You're supposed to be, if you're going to do this is your job, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to risk leaving my job and go live at Marty's on the couch, work part-time for my homie, you know what I'm saying? So I can get these bars off and get my shit together. This pandemic gave us a lot of, it's been a terrible time. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? This is one of the worst years ever. But it gave us a lot of time to reflect and realize, why wouldn't you risk it all? You know what I'm saying? Look at how easily and fragile the world can be. So risk what you got going on. And where I'm from, everybody does the next man's job. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody in charge everywhere. So why not be your own boss? Get out of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Risk it. Because I guarantee you, if you risk it, something's going to pay off.
It's better to risk it than not and then have regret when you're 40, 50 years old.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point, bro? Jim Carrey said a quote, man, not recently, but I recently saw it. And he was like, la, 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 my father worked for this forever because he was too scared to risk it. And then he got fired. So it's better to, you know what I'm saying, risk it and lose than not risk it and still lose. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Paraphrasing, of course. But that shit reached for me because it's like, my nigga, I'm about to risk it all. This shit, you know, all of it. I don't care.
Yeah, just to see what happens. Because worst case scenario is just no. But if it does, it's like my life's changed. I agree with you.
Hiring.
I agree with you. Look, I'm doing the same thing. So I relate to that bar heavy. Okay, so you said you can't keep in the same vein. You said you can't keep wishing on a star, hoping it might come. You gotta make it. You gotta make it who you are. Follow your path and know you chose the right one. Don't waste your time plotting your every movement if you ain't prepared to do this shit. That's like calling the pot. That's like the pot calling the kettle stupid. There we go. I love that whole little soliloquy right there. I fucked with that.
That's a big word. I don't even know how to say that. Soliloquy.
Hell no. Yeah, you know how to say that, nigga. Use a wordsmith.
Possibly. Nah, man. That whole phrase is having a conversation with Pops. Not a specific one, but just the wisdom he gives me, you know what I'm saying? Don't waste your time plotting if you're not going to prepare. Yeah. That goes back to me and my boy, man. We're sitting here trying to create a brand, and it just, you know, when you sit there and you're too intricate on details and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't be 1,000% prepared to, you know, whatever, but just, you know, you got to trust in yourself. You can't wish on a star, hope it might come. You know, you gotta manifest your own shit. I don't believe in the law of attraction. I believe it's an unconscious pursuit, because if you know what I'm saying, you subconsciously think about something every day and you subconsciously draw that shit to you every day. It's not being attracted. You're literally seeking it out subconsciously. Yeah. So don't wish on a star, my nigga. Fly up that bitch and grab the star. Be the star, you know what I'm saying? Don't plot every move if you're not going to follow through with the plot. If the movie has a plot and you never seen the movie, then what does the plot mean? Like, it doesn't even exist. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's like the pot calling the kettle stupid. It's just like, you know, you pointing the finger at yourself. That was just a way to spin the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, you know? No, 100%. And then the final bar that I wrote down that really was just like, it stood out to me. You said the niggas that betrayed you are the ones that made you. Also, that beat switch is fire.
Also, that beat switch is fire, yeah. Oh, man, such a specific topic, dude. But it's two situations that I wrote down. One of them, one of the guys that I genuinely look up to gave me a wild perspective. You know what I'm saying? We had a situation between us two that I wasn't comfortable with. And it put some sour shit into my soul. And I was thinking about it for a very long time. And what I came out on top of it was, I basically feel played because he doesn't reciprocate the energy that I thought was everlasting between us two. You know what I'm saying? If you don't nurture a relationship in a certain way, you can't expect somebody to feel the same way you feel about it. And the situation was wild, but at the same time, it humbled me and it gave me a perspective like, my nigga, maybe this whole time where I thought we was there, on your half, you might have thought that we had fallen off in a different way. Yeah. And I should have been there to be able to let you know, like, my nigga, you my brother for real. Dang. And it applies to both situations the same way. You my brother for real, my nigga. And the way I'm feeling over here, I'm doing this shit for you. You know what I'm saying? You made me this. So I can't believe that you feel a different way. But I'm arrogant to think that you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that shit just made me, it humbled me for sure.
100%. That was just a crazy bar. And like I said, the beat switch is nuts. Before we finish, before we get to the next portion of the interview, because we talked the album, tell the people where they can find it at out there in the streaming world.
Everywhere, man. Apple Music, Tidal, whatever else you use, Spotify, bro. That's going to be on all platforms. Fantasies Fables, September 25th, man. No records.
Hell yeah. Y'all definitely make sure y'all go check that album out. They can purchase it, right? or is just streaming?
Absolutely purchase.
Well, I don't ever tell people, recommend to people go stream it. Y'all go purchase LC Sun's album because it's definitely worth your money, and you are definitely getting a fire album.
Thank you, man.
I'll be able to call it a classic or not by the end of the year. So we'll return to that, but it's definitely there in the category for album of the year. And then when we do the Bros Who Think awards, it's gonna be up for one of the best albums of Louisiana. Man, I'm gonna have a rough fucking time this year with the damn awards.
Yeah.
From you to
Louisiana ain't
Jalen.
playing.
Yeah, y'all, like, man.
Louisiana ain't playing.
So many good albums. Shout out to Adam Dollar. Shout out to man, y'all not playing this shit. For real. Louisiana came to fucking play. So let's let your fans get to know you. We do this with rapid fire. Because you're a Louisiana boy, boiled crawfish, or gumbo?
Boiled crawfish.
Okay. Gumbo or booty?
Gumbo. I'm not a fan of booty.
Okay. So we got it. Crawfish, gumbo, booty. Okay, cool. Chicken and sausage or seafood?
Seafood.
Okay. That goes back to crawfish stew, picking boiled crawfish.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. Okay.
Yeah.
If you could go anywhere on vacation right now with no corona, no none of that, where would you go?
I've always said I would go to like Norway or the Netherlands, man. Just wanted to see something spacious. Yeah.
Just is there any like just the space and just the nature aspect of it all? Because I've never heard Norway or the Netherlands.
Right.
That's an interesting choice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Me and my boy fight about it all the time. He's like, bro, we got to get to New York. I'm like, my nigga, New York's a huge New Orleans. I don't want to see Louisiana. I don't want to see United States anymore, bro. And, I want to go out there and experience some fucking small cottage houses and a bunch of acres of trees that are actually green. Cold weather in Louisiana. Yeah. I'm sweating right now. So Norway or the Netherlands.
I fuck with that. That's different. See, I'm the Tokyo nigga. Well, not Tokyo. I want to go to like a samurai. Yeah. I want to go to where like a samurai prefecture. I don't necessarily want to go to Tokyo. I want to see like the cherry blossoms and shit. Yeah. Where like and just walk the path of a samurai. That's the shit that
slice the shit out of a nigga.
Yeah, that's my fucking vibe. Okay, so favorite movie or TV show, and this can transition into: are you a Marvel DC guy?
All right.
Because I know what Jalen is.
Yeah. My favorite movie is Good Burger because I can't shake it. It's just hilarious.
Yo, I love that movie's amazing. Bro, the fucking George what's his name? Oh my goodness. I'm fucking blanking on his name, but the song that's my fucking
yeah. Oh my God.
It's
George Clinton.
Yes, George Clinton. And it's a remix. It's not even the original George Clinton song. It's like that shit is amazing.
Fire singing, bro. Now that movie me and my sister love that movie. It resonates. So it's always been my favorite movie. I won't change that answer. As for TV shows, I don't really watch too many TV shows intensely. I watch and Marvel kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I watch all the Marvel cartoons and shit now that we got Disney Plus. So
hell yeah.
Anything Spider-Man.
Okay, so you're a Marvel guy.
I like Marvel, man. I think I grew up watching the Marvel cartoons, and my older cousin was playing the Dreamcast, Marvel vs. Capcom and shit. So I never really got the DC experience.
Let me give you some recommendations, because if you fuck with the cartoons, to me, there's no cartoon better than all. And look, I love the '90s Spider-Man. That's probably my second favorite cartoon of all, like second favorite American superhero cartoon of all time.
Right.
X-Men's probably third. Well, no, I lied to you. Spider-Man second, and then we got a DC one third. But okay. I digress. The best one, the one that is better than the Batman the Animated Series. It spawns Static Shock. It spawns the Justice League series. It spawns the Superman series. 2 movies that come along with that show. You get Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which to me is the best Batman movie of all time, better than Dark Knight and all that shit. And then you get Batman and Superman, where it's Lex Luthor and the Joker trying to take out Batman and Superman. I'm telling you, if you fuck with animated shit like that, you watch Batman the Animated Series, you'd fuck with that shit heavy. So wait, okay, so you fuck with do you like anime?
All right, my brother out in Katy, Texas, he's an anime guy to the point where like he wears the chainy pants and shit. And it's awesome, but I never really got into it. I'm not gonna lie. I see you back there, you're an anime guy.
That's my shit, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been getting a lot more recognition. Yeah, it's becoming a thing. I worked at Best Buy for a while, and those guys were trying to get my anime intellect up, but it just I can't. I got like you know the little tickers on at the bottom of the screen on Sports Center and shit. I can't follow that shit. Like I can't sit there and read that shit. So I can't read subtitles. You know
I got you. I'm gonna give you some. If you want, I can recommend some dub ones where it's the English voice.
Okay.
Now some series that shit is trash, but some series the English voices do kill it hard. And if you're a big animated fan, I'll give you some here. Cowboy Bebop, fucking phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yu Yu Hakusho, fucking phenomenal. And Black Lagoon, fucking phenomenal. 3 things all on Hulu. You can check them out. Cowboy Bebop, Black Lagoon, and Yu Yu Hakusho. All phenomenal anime. And if you fuck with those, I guarantee you'll get an anime.
I'm about it. I'll take the challenge.
100%. So if you're on an island and you could have one movie that's not Good Burger, one album that's not a Red Man album, and these are the only 2 items you get, what album are you bringing and what movie are you bringing?
I would say the one movie, I'm going to just go with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers so I can cry about being stuck on the island and try to reminisce.
Yeah.
One album, I'm going to bring Emancipation by Prince. One, because that's my favorite Prince album. 2, my mom's a big Prince fan, and it'll make me think about my mom, and I'll be crying again. So yeah, I'm basically just gonna go out there to cry. So.
Okay, I'll fuck with that. All right. Would you be an actor if you could, being that your mom was a former actor?
I would love to be an actor. Sorry, I got a call. I would love to be an actor, man. I definitely feel very camera shy. I hate. We lost it.
No, we good. You still here?
I hate being on photo shoot camera joints and shit. I love being on stage. I'm not that shy on stage. I get a little nervous, but I would love to be able to shake the camera phobia and then be an actor. Man, my mom's a phenomenal actress. She, my friends, all my boys that supported me like in my life, and my mom's like the homie's mom. She's that one, you know. Everybody can pull up to my mom's house. I don't even live with my mom anymore, and they'll still go over there and talk to her. But they got the chance to see her do her last play, I think it was last year, and that shit meant the world to both of us, her and myself. And I would love to be able to do what she does on stage, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm actually going to try and incorporate that shit in my performances, give it a little personality in there. But,
Hell yeah, that makes shit original. I'd fuck with that. When you do that, let me know. I'll come through and peep game. Fuck yeah. Okay, so the final question we ask everybody: if you're the writer, director, producer, actor to the LC Sun movie, how do you want it to end?
That's a great question. How do I want it to end? I would want to be deceased, of course. Not at my funeral, everybody pouring liquor and that, but we're at an old house that we're gonna say that was my house. I'm buried in the backyard off to the side, but it's like 10 years since I passed away.
Okay.
They got like a karaoke machine with a mic, and it's all the homies, all my family out that bitch on my birthday. And they karaoke my songs. And that bitch just fades off like the 5 heartbeats at the end. It fades off. And it's like, they're just celebrating my music. And it's still getting played. They're celebrating my life. They kind of got gray hairs and shit because I'm old as shit now. Yeah. I died of natural causes, by the way. I don't want anybody to be sad.
Fuck yeah. That's a great ending. I've heard so many different answers, and that was each time, man. I'm impressed with what people come up, but that one was dope because that's cinematic as hell. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Just fades off.
One of the wildest answers I had was somebody was like, "Oh, I'll just get stabbed and just die." I was like, "What the fuck?"
You were interviewing a savage. Okay, you should have known. You should have known.
Thank you so much, LC Sun, for coming on the pod, man. I really, really appreciate it. Tell the people where they can find you out on social media, and tell them everything about the album and everything again one more time. Plug away, my friend.
LC Sun, music,
on all platforms. I'm getting another call. I'm getting blown up. LC Sun Music on all platforms, man. LC Sun on all streaming services. You can go and find me. Again, thank you for having us, man. September 25th, Fantasies Fables, No Help Records, bro. This shit is it. This is my first baby. You know what I'm saying? Steadfast was a minor project. This is my first baby. So thank you. You're the first interview I'm doing about it. So, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for breaking that. So,
thank you for sharing this with me, brother. I really, really appreciate it. And like you said, y'all go check out Fantasies and Fables. It's worth it. Y'all go buy it. It's up for album of the year for the Bros Who Think Awards. This shit is amazing. Definitely check it out. This brother can spit. Like, certified, stamp. He can spit.
You, man.
Thank you, my man. All right, let's finish up the pod with Bros Who Ball. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the show called Bros Who Ball. Want to send a quick thank you to LC Sun for coming on the pod, talking about his new album, Fantasies and Fables. Y'all be sure to go check that out and as well follow him. I know he just got a new Twitter, but make sure y'all go follow him on Instagram and Twitter, LC Sun. Also, we are doing an interview in Bros Who Ball with the host of the Max Van Auken podcast and a credentialed member of the Magic Media. He will be coming on the show in a little bit, but let me introduce my host of Bros Who Ball, the segment on the Bros Who Think podcast where we talk nothing but sports. To my left, we got Mr. Adam Schubert, and down below, we got Justin. How are you gentlemen doing today? I'll start off with you, Shuby.
I'm doing all right, man. You know, SEC football's back. It was an exciting weekend. I've definitely got to take a little bit of credit because I did mention that Mississippi State was a team that you had to watch out for.
You definitely did, and it happened.
So, that was pretty exciting. And then the NHL wrapped up. The Tampa Bay Lightning got the Stanley Cup. So 2 teams from the South, Tampa Bay and Dallas, were repping it. So that was pretty fun. And now we're on to the NBA, and the NFL's on full swing. So it's just good to have sports back.
No, I feel you 1,000%. Justin, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Today was the first day of the NBA Finals. The weather's good out here now. Fall started, so we have a nice.
Feels good.
Yeah, man. Long sleeve gang had to be in the building. Back up in here. But before we talk, okay, so let me just preface this. We watch the game, and after the game, we always give our breakdown of the game and then our analysis of before. Me and Max did the podcast before the game, so see if me and Max's takes stood up to what happened in the game. Let's get into the interview with Max right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the segment of the podcast called Bros Who Ball, and we have a special guest to discuss the NBA Finals with us. We got the host of the Max Van Auken podcast. He's also a 104.7 radio personality and Orlando Magic media member. How you doing, Max?
I'm doing great. How you doing, sir? It's a pleasure to be on.
Pleasure to have you, sir. Doing real well. I mean, let me not say real well as one can do in the times of COVID. You know, I say that to everybody. So
it's okay to say you're doing real well. Obviously, a lot of people are doing better than others, but it doesn't mean you can't do well. So you're doing well. You're in the studio. You're recording. You look happy. The NBA Finals are on. You're doing well.
Exactly. Appreciate that, man. And you're right. The NBA Finals are, by the time you guys hear this, the NBA Finals game 1 has happened. So I want to get Max's thoughts. We're going to just break down on who he thinks is going to win and just what he expects from this Finals. But before we even get to that, I want to get your thoughts on bubble basketball. How do you think the bubble as an experiment has gone? Would you call it a success?
I don't think they could have done a better job. Like from everything, like just the details, the aesthetics, the players, the competition. Every player has bought in. The level of basketball has been very high. As far as just the audience, to actually have virtual fans in there, to have fun with it, have Lil Wayne in there, have Hall of Famers in there. I think they've done, and of course, just the players' safety and health, first off, like foremost. The players have been healthy, no positive tests. I think it's been an amazing job, and I think hats off to Adam Silver, but also the players buying in, being able to step away from their families on times like this. So all in all, I think they could 10 out of 10. Unfortunately, it's like this is the circumstance it had to be, but given the circumstance, like you said, the situation and time that we're in, early adapters win, and they adapted, and they just kind of showed all the other leagues on how to do it.
1,000%, and I agree with you. I agree with everything you said. That was the safest place in America, and you got to tip your hat to the Players Association, Chris Paul, LeBron, Adam Silver, everybody involved who executed it. So let's talk about what you think of the two teams. I'm going to start off with what do you think about the Lakers facing Miami? And then I want to get your take on Miami facing the Lakers. Just opening thoughts.
Opening thoughts initially for me is I thought the Lakers were going to go to the finals. That was my preseason pick, even before everyone bought on the Clippers bandwagon. I believed in the Lakers chemistry-wise. I'm a Bron guy, but I don't look through a biased lens. But I honestly just truthfully thought, and even being a Bron guy or not, the Lakers were going to go to it. I had Boston coming out of the East, so Miami proved me wrong. I didn't have Milwaukee. I had Boston. But what I really enjoy about this finals matchup is the storylines and the legacies. Like, Miami Heat have a chip on their shoulder, and Jimmy Butler was written off, not a good leader. Duncan Robinson had to fight and scrap his way into this league. Jay Crowder has been traded around. Bam Adebayo, even though he was a good prospect, he still has a lot to prove. I mean, I remember some people out of high school were listing him as he's kind of a Dwight Howard replica. He's he exceeded those expectations. He can handle, he can pass, he can shoot. I mean, Tyler Hero, I'm not going to act like he had to overcome a lot because he did go to Kentucky. It's not like he came out of the blue, but what he's been able to do at such a young age, the chip he has on his shoulder, I like that. I really like those type of stories because I pride myself on that. I'm not trying to play victim, but I like having that chip on your shoulder and outworking everybody, everyone buying in. You may not be the most talented, you may not be the most athletic, but you work the hardest. I mean, look at even the head coach, Spo. Spo was the film coordinator. Now he's the head coach. So it's like they deserved it. They earned it. And I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for it.
I agree with you. And Duncan Robinson's story is amazing to me. Like you said, everybody else, but like there's a text message that got released where he was sending a message to one of the people at the Ringer staff trying to figure out how he could get a job on there because he didn't think he was going to make the NBA, which is nuts. And it just shows like when you work hard, you can accomplish things, man. So shout out to him. But I want to ask you, in terms of basketball wise, it would be silly of me to not say the Lakers are the favorite. Vegas has them as the favorite. A lot of the sports announcers have them as the favorite. What's your thoughts on how Miami could beat the Lakers? And if you don't think they can, you can say that. But is there any chance they can?
Well, first off, I have Lakers in 6. They were my season. Like I said, I had them going to the finals. I had them winning it. So I have the Lakers in 6 as well. I have them winning it. But of course, there's always a chance. Like a lot of people compare this Miami Heat team to Detroit Pistons. How there's not like one specific superstar, but it's a group of well-rounded guys that mesh well. And then a lot of people are comparing that when they played Kobe and Shaq and how they won. They were written off. They were not the favorites. So whenever you have a group that buys in and that they're selfless, of course they have an opportunity. Like it doesn't mean like they have no shot. They obviously have a shot. But in order for them to win, man, I'm just going to be honest with you. It's like on paper, there's not one formula on how to win. They just have to make it dirty. They have to make AD work. They're going to have to make Bron work. And honestly, this is going to sound really crazy. It's not about Bron and AD. It's about the role players.
It is.
We know what we're getting with Bron and AD.
Yeah.
But if you make it where their role players aren't comfortable, they're not stepping into their shots, they're not knocking down shots, all the pressure goes on Bron and AD. Unfortunately for the Miami Heat, you're playing against the best player in the world and top 5 player in the world, AD. But, of course, they have an opportunity. I got the Lakers in 6.
See, I that's kind of like where I'm going with it because I think my head's telling me Lakers in 7. My heart's saying Miami, and I think the Lakers are going to win because I have so much faith in like what LeBron and AD bring to a game. But I wouldn't be shocked if Miami wins because of what you said. The role players are going to be crucial. Can KCP hit shots? Can Danny Green show up? Is Kyle Kuzma going to be a reliable third option? Are these things going to happen? And then with Miami, if Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson they're Splash Brothers-esque, and if they can knock down those shots and if the Lakers aren't hitting threes, that's going to tip the favor in Miami's way, as well as can Bam Adebayo be one-on-one with AD and not need as much help and can force him to be, get him out of his comfort zone and force him to score on his own.
Yeah, no, it's role players. That's what a lot of people just see the stars, but everything matters, especially in the finals. I mean, if you just look at the history of the finals itself, LeBron's ring is reliant on Ray Allen hitting that shot.
Yep. Kyrie hitting that dagger.
Mike Miller hitting an amazing, having that amazing game of all those threes. You look at Andrew Iguodala, Andre Iguodala won a Finals MVP, and it's like because of that adjustment, Kawhi Leonard was not the star of San Antonio when you had Tim Duncan, Tony, and Ginobili. That was before Kawhi was Kawhi. That was a role player that stepped up. You just look at role players truly. I mean, we're talking about Danny Green was on the Lakers. Remember him in San Antonio? He couldn't miss. We thought what is going on? So role players truly play a role, especially in the finals and these big moments. And the Heat have amazing role players. And one thing, to your point, that they'll have a really good opportunity to do is they move so well off the ball. That could be coaching, but it's also like Duncan Robinson. I don't know if you saw they had like this they had the display up on the screen
of how many miles he ran,
how many times this man moves around in one possession. That's tiring. So when you have players that do that, that could really change and swing some things. And basketball is all about runs and matchups. So,
and we saw, as great as Boston's guys were, it took it out of them. It took it out of Brown and Smart to just be constantly trailing them.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be who's going to take that matchup for the Lakers. And if that tiring of following them around those screens constantly, will that affect them on their offensive end? As well as, if anybody knows LeBron, it's Spoelstra. So, I mean, he knows his weaknesses. And then I saw a video, I don't know if you saw it, where there's this video of how Miami played him in Cleveland like his final year and how they made like this early version of the wall that went against Giannis, but it was more so making sure you put two at LeBron and rotating to the nearest shooter. That's just something that I'm interested to see how LeBron, as a student of the game, as someone who has, in my opinion, the highest basketball IQ in the league, how he adapts to what Spoelstra is going to bring at him.
I'm going to be honest with you, though. Everything that we're saying is true, and it's interesting. It's chess, and I love Spo as a head coach. But at the end of the day, I think what we're seeing with LeBron James is he's been the best player in the world for so long. But I think what we're seeing now is, has he lost a little bit of his step? Absolutely. Anybody would at 35 years old, you're 17. Yeah. Is he jumping nearly as high? No, even though his head's still at the rim. But what we're seeing is mentally, it reminds me of like when Jordan won his last ring. Like, he just understands the game on a whole nother level, not only just from experience. I mean, he's been to 10 finals. That's more than 27 different franchises. But just as a player, he truly just understands everything. When you're supposed to hit your stride, where at in the game he needs to, okay, let me turn it up. Like, you can clearly tell he makes a conscious effort to feed AD early and get him going. Because he knows, okay, now it's my turn to turn up, but let me get others involved. I remember, I don't know if you remember this, it was like early in the bubble. Everyone's like, what is he doing? Why is he not taking over? Because what he was doing was he was getting his role players incorporated in the offense, getting that confidence so they step in and knock it down consistently, get that rhythm. So when he needs them now, all of a sudden we're watching Denver. Wow, KCP all of a sudden is knocking down shots and stepping in confidently. Wow, Dwight Howard looks really great. All these role players look, Caruso, more energy than ever. Look at playoff Rondo. That's not a coincidence. He understands what he's doing. And I just think when you play somebody like that, it's just, man, he's a coach on the floor. And then you have Rondo. It's come on, man.
You're 100% right. And even more so, to add on, to piggyback on your point, you saw him take over in Denver when he hits that dagger three, and it's like, nah, bro, y'all aren't coming back. There's there's no coming back. We're ending this. I'm sorry, Jamal Murray, you've had a great season, but I'm LeBron James. And it's like, he, at that moment, I knew it was like, okay, LeBron understands. Like, it's like you said, I had to get my guys involved, and it's like, I'm gonna take over when it's necessary. And he showed he still can do that.
Yeah, I mean, he could easily have averaged 40 points that whole first round, and what would that do? Then his role players would have never found a rhythm. He would have been more fatigued going into the second and third round. He understands the long ball. He's not a prisoner of the moment and to the criticism. If he was a prisoner of the moment to every little criticism that goes his way, he would never be able to live his life, because everything he does, even off the court, on the court, is under a microscope since the age of 18. He understands he's the only person that he needs to focus on, him and his teammates. No matter what he does, listen, to be truthfully honest, he could win the ring this year. There's going to be criticism.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He can lose.
They're already saying asterisk.
Asterisk. But it's so funny how the narrative changes. It goes from, Portland, toughest 8 seed ever, could beat them. Houston's going to give them issues. Wait until they play. And then it's like, he beats them. Oh, come on now. Look, D'Antoni just got fired. It's the bubble. No matter what.
They didn't beat the Clippers. No, 1,000%.
And I'm not just saying that as a Bron guy. I'm just observing it. It's like, not even if you're a fan of him or not, you can't tell me that these narratives exist.
No, you're 100% right. And I'm not even a Bron guy, but I like you try not to let my fandom biases cloud, and that's something that like you see the narrative machines coming like a mile a minute. It's like
year.
Give that man I can respect greatness. Give that man his props.
That's the key word. Like just as a fan and love for the game of basketball and the purity of the game, just the man is great. Like if you think MJ's greater, so be it. I love MJ. We can appreciate MJ. If you like Magic, if you like Kareem, who gets overlooked all the time, 6 rings, 6 MVPs, all-time leading scorer, Skyhook. If you think he's the greatest of all time, I'm not going to sit here and debate with you until I'm blue. Now I may debate with you because I enjoy it, but I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, you're ridiculous." No, it's just all of these guys are so great in their own individual way. Instead of knocking these guys down as often as we do, I wish we would just appreciate the greatness. But of course, the world we live in, content and clicks, we're going to compare him to MJ no matter what he does. And I just feel like that debate, if you're an MJ guy, there's nothing Bron's going to do to persuade you. If you're a LeBron guy, you feel like there's nothing else he needs to do. So at that point, agree to disagree. It may be a generational thing and just appreciate what we're watching.
I couldn't have said it better. 1,000%. Before we get you out of here, I want to ask you, because I think you have done a I like to look at people our age who have done cool shit. And you, my friend, have done some cool shit in the terms of, I like the content that you make, and I saw you've been comparing basketball players to different things like rappers and superheroes. Yeah. I'm a big DC guy, as you can see the figures. I'm a big nerd. I wanted to talk to you about some of your DC things. Just give us some of the superheroes that you see some of these NBA players as, or give us some of your favorite ones.
All right. So obviously, I love creating content that makes people think. I understand. People aren't always going to agree, but as long as I get you to think, if you mention a good point, I really don't see LeBron as Superman. I see him as this. That's a good point. Just let's talk about it. I like to make people engage and just think. So yeah, I've done Marvel comparisons. I've done rap artists. I mean, I've done Star Wars. I'm working on some other stuff now. I've used the Fantastic Four. I grew up in a comic book store. My dad owned a comic book store, so I grew up with it. So I knew it just past the movies. Yeah. So I'm watching. I'm like, all right, I did Marvel. It's only right I do DC. So I did, for example, Superman as LeBron.
I agree with that.
Guy who can just do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like Superman had every power. LeBron pass, rebound, 1 through 5.
Yep.
I did Steph Curry as Batman. So he's not gifted the athleticism and size of Giannis. Batman doesn't have a superpower, but he outsmarts people. He uses his tools and what he's good at to overcome those.
As a big Batman fan, when you said that, I was like, I agree. Like I can't knock him. I was like, that was fire.
And then Doomsday, I'm like, that's Giannis. Like he's probably the most unstoppable. He's not all there mentally. Like Giannis hasn't developed that point in his career. Like he may never, because I think we compare him to we just compare him to LeBron and this. He's missing that, and I compared him to Hulk in the Marvel universe. I said he's not Professor Hulk yet. He doesn't understand that game on the mental level. Physically, he's Doomsday. He can go toe-to-toe with Superman all day, and he beat Superman. Like, physically, unstoppable. I want to say, I know I did The Flash as Russell Westbrook, just all gas, no brakes. Just a bolt of lightning, sometimes his own worst enemy. And then I want to say I did Darkseid as Kawhi Leonard, because he's the rival of LeBron, obviously Superman, and the way he's thinking. I'm not going to go to the Lakers. I'm going to go to the Clippers. Yeah. Very cerebral, but obviously still very dominant physically. So I think I did Kawhi as Darkseid. Just off the top of my head for DC.
I like all of those, man. Like, and like I said, when I saw you say Steph Curry's Batman, I was like, oh, this guy, this is great content. Like this is dope. I saw you said Zion's the thing. If you had to, because I'm a big Pelicans fan, being from Louisiana. Okay. What DC character would you think Zion would be? Because I was trying to think of it while you were going.
I got it. Now, not off the movies, but off the comics, he'd be Bane.
Ooh, why Bane?
Because Bane physically is just ridiculous. Like, kind of like how The Thing is.
Yeah.
Just physically, obviously a fan favorite. And then on top of that, just once his juices are flowing, that dude is shredded. You're not standing toe-to-toe with him. Zion's physical presence is just, you could say whatever you want. He needs to lose weight. He had a disappointing rookie year because of his health. But when that man's on the court, everyone's looking at him. That man is the sight. Like, you don't need to know basketball to say that guy looks different. Like, my mom was watching it. She's like, who's that guy? And I'm like, that's Zion. Like, It's just different. He just pops, and that's Bane to me. I would say Bane.
I like that. Look, like I said, I'm a big Batman fan. I actually, when you broke it down, I could rock with that.
That's off the dome. That's off the dome. I mean, who else would he be?
I was thinking Shazam, like young guy, but he's like a young boy in like an adult body, has like all the physical traits. And
That's a good one.
That's what I was thinking, but he has to develop a little more. If he gets that shot, he could maybe get those lightning bolt throws, get some of his power up. Yeah, I was thinking with it because I loved you doing that. But thank you, Max, so much for coming on the show. I would love to make more with you because this is great what you do. Tell the people where they can find you out on social media and what your podcast is called and where they can find it.
Absolutely. Anytime you want me on, just let me know. I know sometimes I can be kind of all over the place with my schedule.
That's life,
I always
brother.
try to make it work. It's a pleasure. So anytime you want me on, just let me know. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Max Van Auken, VAN, space AUKEN. And then my podcast is anywhere you can get them. That's Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, the Max Van Auken Podcast, the MVP, whatever you want to call it. I'm on there. So just download and subscribe. And I appreciate you checking out my content and all the kind words. Right back at you.
100%, man. And real quick, because I know you're a UFC guy. Did you like what the last Stylebender did in the last fight?
I saw that coming a mile away. I had so many betting is illegal now. Gambling is illegal. So I can officially say this. I had so many bets on that fight, man. I was like, I'm telling you, I know the fight game. This guy's a counter striker. I don't care how big and tough this guy looks. And Costa's a good fighter. Is playing right into Adesanya's game. He's got this in the bag. And man, that was the performance of his career.
That's one of the things I definitely look to your page for, being that I'm new to the fight game and I'm trying to get into it more. I love the insight that you give on UFC. So that's something.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
That I definitely want to bring you back on. But you guys make sure y'all follow Max, and let's finish up Bros Who Ball. Want to thank Max for coming on the show. Look, he was right. Like he said the Lakers were going to come out, but let's talk about the game. Y'all make sure I'll go follow him. Justin, I'm hurt, bro. Like I said in the thing, I had to give a prediction because he said Lakers in 6, and I had to come and say mine before I was like 100% confident. So I said Lakers in 7. But like after tonight, it might be Lakers in 4. But look, let me say this. If Jimmy and Bam are okay and Kendrick Nunn can come in and play a full game, they might be okay. They might be. But just the way that the Lakers dominated tonight, Anthony Davis with 34 points. Bro, when Anthony Davis shot that ball and it just mouthed out it was over, I was like, oh, no, not no. What are we doing? And then when they got chippy with LeBron and he was hitting his chest, and he just kept hitting his chest, and I was like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I see
that was a pivotal moment.
That was huge because the Heat had the lead, and they were balling, and then that happens, and then all momentum just shifts.
It just shifted.
But I'm going to say this, and then I'll get your take on the game, and then I'll come to you, Schubert, as well. To me, I feel like as great as LeBron and Anthony Davis were, it's the threes and 10 points hit by Caruso. It's the threes and 11 points by Danny Green. It's 13 by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope hit 3 threes back to back. Right after that, hit the chest moment, which also swung momentum and then caught the Lakers up after they were down by 10 early in the game. I think the Heat punched first, but the Lakers counterpunch was too heavy, and the Heat could not respond. Now, I always say on this show, I do not believe in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Not at all. So in game 2, this could be a different monster. I know the totals will confuse people. The totals will say that they went 15 to 38 from 3, 39%, where the Heat went 11 to 35, 31%. So they might say the percents are closest, but the amount of 3-pointers the Lakers make, they're normally inside out. They beat Miami by the second quarter just with threes. Like, it was over with by then. So what did you think of the game? Am I off? And just what did you see?
No, this team, they played the best that they probably could have played. And when they're playing like this, they're very hard to beat. Now, I really hope that the Heat get back Dragic. I hope Bam comes back, because if those guys don't come back, then the series is over.
Oh, yeah, it's done.
Really healthy team. And I just got a tweet saying that Dragic tore something, so they're still looking at his foot. I mean,
it might be an Achilles, bro. Like, cause he didn't touch anything, and like that just gave me vibes of KD like 2 years ago.
Right. So without those guys there,
it's
hard to win. So If they don't come back, it's gonna be hard for them to win. But this team is looking. The Lakers look better than ever.
Bam gotta come back, because if Bam don't come back, I think if Dragic doesn't come back and Kendrick Nunn showed me enough, because we can't forget Kendrick Nunn was rookie. He wasn't scared. He was attacking Bron. He was going at it. I think if Kendrick Nunn can give Dragic-like minutes and buckets, they'll be okay. But Jimmy Butler's gonna have to step it up. Jimmy Butler's got to get more than 23. Schubert, what's your thoughts on this? Also, Hero has to play better. Want to talk about Hero looking scared? This was the night, like this, and I get it. It's the finals, first time. This was the scaredest I've seen Hero, and quite frankly, this was the scaredest I've seen the Miami Heat minus Andre Iguodala. Andre Iguodala was the only one that looked like he was ready to ball.
Well, I mean, he's definitely, Andre Iguodala is definitely ready for the moment. But, I'll give Jimmy a little bit of credit. He did have to go out of his role in this game.
That's true.
Where, he's the leader of the team, but he's never someone that has to carry the load fully.
Dragic is the scorer.
Tyler Hero not going out there and being able to produce, 8 attempted threes, only made 2. Duncan Robinson putting a big old, 0
that's big
in the points column. I mean, that's pretty
and
bad.
Bam with 8, that's bad.
But I mean, he got hurt.
Yeah, but still 8. That he finished with 8, and granted he got hurt at the start of the fourth. But still, for him to have 8 up to 3 quarters, that's not good for the Heat. And Duncan Robinson can't have 0. I was talking with Max before the show, and I was going to talk to y'all about this if the Heat won. Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero are Splash Brothers-esque in the sense that when they hit their threes, that's what makes Miami so great. And then you have the talents of Gordon Dragic getting you 20, Jimmy getting you a solid 20. It's everything together, and none of that was clicking. It was the AD and LeBron show tonight.
It really was. Going back to some of the Miami stuff, the veterans are out there producing. I mean, Jay Crowder going 4 for 7 from 3.
Yep.
They're doing what they need to do. And I think with Kendrick Nunn getting an opportunity, I think that's going to be interesting. Probably the most interesting storyline, in my opinion.
Me too.
Going forward, because he didn't get a lot of play time in these playoffs. So let's see if he really deserves
18 points in 18 minutes or 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty, that's pretty good on him, but, it was a little too late.
Yep.
So we'll see how they respond in game 2. It's just the thing. There really is no momentum swings besides wins. And, the Lakers led at the moment.
The Lakers led in every quarter. First quarter, 31-28. Second quarter, 34-20. Third quarter was bad, 28-19. In the fourth, the fourth Miami won 31-23, but at that point it was already over. Like you said, too little, too late. I got to give prop credit where credit is due. Man, LeBron, so greatness tonight. Gotta give credit where credit was due. He was just setting people up. I was just like, yo, Solomon Hill, you're getting flung around. Tyler Hero, you didn't want none of that. He was doing his thing. But AD, that looked like the AD that New Orleans always wanted him. I know I'm not an AD guy right now, but I gotta give him his props. I was happy to see him do it. A part of my soul was like, I see you out there, bro. I see you out there, Mr. Glass. I fuck with it. I see you balling. Justin,
yeah.
What y'all think? AD killed it. He was knocking down treys, going to the paint, getting his confidence. That's what I always wanted. For AD to scream on national television, it's over. I was like, whoa, out of character, out of body. Where's this leader been?
That Kobe shot.
Yeah,
when he yelled Kobe in the other Western Conference Finals,
he's been so aggressive. Having LeBron on his team just makes him feel like, yo, I can say whatever I want. AD did the slat motion. AD did a Young Thug gang sign after a 3. What are we talking about?
No, they were both dominant. Definitely, they both went off. But I want to give props to Dwight Howard.
Oh, you giving props to him?
I thought Dwight Howard played. I mean, a lot of AD's points came off of Dwight Howard's assists.
Dwight had 2 assists.
What? 2?
He had 2. He had some screeners. He had some hockey assists where he was the pass before the pass. But
what's his stat line like?
Dwight's 2 and
points.
8.
Yeah, 8 rebounds.
He didn't do much.
Man, he was more impactful.
This was more so Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Danny Green, Rondo, and Caruso playing their roles. Playoff Rondo set everything up, and those other three were just knocking down shots. Like Justin said, this is the best the Lakers could play. So I'll get y'all's picks for the series, like your numbers and what you think is going to happen in Game 5. I'll start with you, Schubert. When you think this is over, and how many games, and what do you expect to see Friday?
I mean, I'm thinking 5 games. I'm expecting Friday to see the Heat bounce back with a little bit more. They'll probably lose, but I think what they're going to try and now figure out is how to move on without Dragic.
Yeah,
the whole Bam Adebayo thing is the big factor, because when he goes out, that's when AD really starts to shine, and AD not having to be the workhorse also is partly the reason that he's thriving in this moment and never thrived in New Orleans, because so dependent on him. But here, LeBron's just going to go out there and put up a triple-double. LeBron's going to put up a triple-double every single night.
Look, let me say this, and this is not a hater, Lynn. This is not a hater. But if LeBron's putting up, like Schubert said, a triple-double every night and getting maybe like 25 to 28 points, but AD's getting like 34 to like 40 points, LeBron better be Finals MVP. Like, what are we talking about? Like, am I off with that? Like, is that a hate thing?
No.
Because, like, LeBron's doing a lot more than Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is just being dominant. Like, but without LeBron James, that ship don't flow. Like,
well, I mean, I think we're past the point now that for people to say that LeBron's getting this for other reasons besides his greatness.
Yeah.
Like, I think, especially in the situation that we've been given with the bubble and, like, what he's been able to do with this team of pretty much old men and AD has been very impressive. I mean, he didn't get a triple-double tonight, but, 9 assists. I mean, it just as close. If AD puts up the points, it's not like, Dwight Howard, Markieff Morris are going to go and put up, like, 20 points a night. AD is going to get his numbers because he's going to be there, and LeBron's going to have set him up for it.
Yeah.
Rondo's going to have set him up for it.
And then legacy-wise, Brodman, I just got to give LeBron his props. I think I'm ready to say Kobe Bryant might have been the most skilled basketball player I've ever seen, but LeBron might be the best basketball player I've ever seen. I got to give him his props, man. Like, what this year might have did it for me. What he's been doing, year 17, this dude's a monster. It's like I just saw him out there just driving the whole bullying them. They couldn't do nothing. They couldn't do shit tonight. It was bad. Like, I really felt like, damn, this might be over in 3. Like, at some points of this game.
This man did a reverse dunk just because.
Off halftime! Yo! So disrespectful!
Because he felt like doing it, he did the reverse dunk, man. I was like, okay, like, that's just showing. Like, you have the energy to do that right now?
Like, I know Miami I know Pat Riley was fuming. There were moments during that game that I know Pat Riley was fuming. That was one. The LeBron beating his chest was one. The one when AD said it was over. All those moments were just emotionally deflating if I'm a Miami Heat player. Like, that's just like, y'all got to have some dog in y'all to say, like, nah, bro, y'all not about to do this on me. No, sir.
Like, they couldn't. Like, the Lakers played their best basketball.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, Justin. This is like pinnacle of this Lakers team.
Right. That was the best I've seen them play.
So, like, Miami, at least they know, like, they've gotten the Lakers' best punch. And like Schubert said, maybe on Friday they can change it. Justin, what do you expect to see this Friday? And give us the call of the series that you think. How many games?
Man, it's just that seeing the players go down, seeing Dragic and Bam go down, it's really, like, leaning me towards the Lakers. So that's why I'm going Lakers next game. And I really think if they don't come back, it'll be a 4-0 sweep.
And look, I said 7 earlier today. I'm going to change it, like, just because of what I saw tonight. I want to say 5 because, like, maybe Miami could do it. But, like, I got to be honest. Tonight, and granted, this might have been the worst the Heat could have played. So I expect to see Friday, like Schubert and you said, Justin, the Heat are going to come out and they're going to give their best punch. Spoelstra's going to draw up some stuff. But if they don't win that game, it's over in 4. Like,
I don't know. I think, like, this, you're going to have to adjust. So they're going to have to go into this game and they may lose, but if they have a fighting chance, like today they got blown out.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. If they get blown out again.
Yeah, if they get blown out again, it's done. But I mean, like if they keep it close, then I think that gives them an opportunity to get game 3. So like I think that if you get to 2-1, you know, whether it's however way you do it, you know, I think they're going to fight for that game 4. But I mean, if you go 3-1, 3-0 is done. I mean, they're gonna lay down the next night
for sure. I'm with you on that. So and also we got to keep an eye on not only Bam Adebayo but Jimmy Butler's ankle. Like he was playing on adrenaline, bro. Like when he goes home tonight, that thing will swell up. So like,
dude,
yeah, like he did it did the double thing. That was like a bad looking sprain. I was like, eesh. But I think he gonna play no matter what, whether he's hurt or not. I feel like he's the type to just be like, I'm playing. So.
This reminds me of like LeBron's Cavs year where he went there by himself. Or not like the early, but I'm talking about when like Kyrie went out and Kevin Love went out.
Yeah.
He was just like, now they're just like, oh, well, I mean, we're here, but we're not here.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't end up like that. I'm going Lakers in 5 just because I think Miami, Schubert convinced me. I think they could get a game off them, but like, I'm leaning to what Justin's saying. Like I could like game 2.
The only reason why I'm saying like I'm impressed by game 1 because like they played great, but I know that the Lakers, everyone like knows this, that they've been up and down.
That is facts.
They could definitely be off game 2, but it's just that I need a fully healthy Heat team.
Yeah, before I can. No, I feel that.
I can't bet against the Lakers.
And I definitely don't think Kentavious Caldwell-Pope shooting this good next game.
Yeah, I don't think that happen. That may not happen. I mean, every game it can happen again, but
I don't think that's happening next game. Yeah, no, I'm with you. All right, real quick, they do have some more NBA stuff we got to talk about. The coaching carousel has increased. I'm gonna get both of y'all's take. I'll start with you, Schubert. Doc Rivers gone from the Clippers. We kind of saw this coming, right? Like, they lost.
And I think I was a little bit more negative on him like earlier on, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think he got done wrong. I mean, like, you know, because now at this point, I feel like he's probably one of your best candidates out there, and you know, I don't think it was his fault. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, Paul George didn't play like that he was worth. And, you know, I don't see anyone come, like they're talking about Tyronn Lue. I'm like, I don't see anybody that's out there that's better than Doc Rivers that's going to come out and, you know, do any better.
Unless they're getting
Is there a coach? Pop?
I've heard rumors that like they're going to pay, Ballmer's going to pay back the Brinks truck up for Pop and try to rekindle the Kawhi love.
Now, I think that would be interesting because Pop goes there, Becky Harmon takes over San Antonio. Like I think with Becky Harmon and San Antonio, I think that makes it a little bit more possible that could happen because they would probably feel confident that she could take over for them. But
I'm with you. I don't know who's going to replace Doc because, like, I don't know who you get. Like, I don't know if Tyronn Lue makes a difference.
Like, the only thing I can think of is that they would do some kind of outlandish, Steve Nash thing. Maybe they get Chauncey Billups just to be like your rah-rah, like, here, Kawhi, do what you need to do. But Kawhi doesn't have that personality. Like, I feel like you do have to have, like, a coach. Because the way Kawhi did it is with Greg Popovich and Nick Nurse. So, I mean, there's, you know, you're going to have to get someone.
But look, let me say this. Chauncey Billups might be a little loud and maybe take out Montrezl Harrell and Lou Will when he's supposed to because Doc Rivers didn't make no adjustments. 0. And I got to say, Chauncey Billups was a point guard. He managed good, he managed personalities. So, look, maybe it's possible. I don't know. But, like, I don't know if this is a win. But I understand why Ballmer did it because you got to think. I had Doc Rivers since the Chris Paul and them era.
Lob City, yeah.
Yeah, he was the GM. I trusted him. Then all of a sudden that gets messed up. I get a front office. I'm like, okay, Doc, you can still be the coach. And he's never taken us to a Western Conference final with the amount of talent that the Clippers have. So I get it. Granted, this was year 1. Maybe he should have got another go at it. But if I'm Ballmer from a business standpoint, I understand why you don't go forward with it. Justin, what do you think about the whole Doc Rivers situation?
I mean, I just think that it was time for him to go. You know, that was a huge loss. Like I said, one of the worst losses I've seen in my basketball lifetime.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And, you know, I just feel like he felt like that. I feel like they all thought that was that year. And I think it's just time to, if they're not on the same page, then why even move forward?
Yeah.
So, I think it was right for them to part ways. And for the next coach, we'll see who they get. But I think it's more on the players. The coach has a huge, and like you said, you made a good point about adjustments, but also the players have to play. And I thought I think a lot of people think that the Clippers were a better team than the Nuggets.
They definitely were.
We won, man. It's not about the coach. It's about the coach to a certain extent, but they're still on the court.
They didn't show up. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. They did not show up. And let me say this, Pelicans fans. I don't want Doc Rivers. I do not. Like, we need a coach that can build up with this young talent and they can grow a bond with. Like, I don't feel like Doc Rivers wants to rebuild. And, like, I just don't want, like, that 3-1 record scares me. His playoff 3-1 record scares the ever-living crap out of me. And we got to get these young guys to understand how to finish games. Once that happens, then it's going to be a different story.
And the thing is, like the teams that he's had, they've been so talented. Just so much talent on the floor. It's not like it's been, lops. I don't know how that keeps happening.
That Clippers, and let me be honest, Lob City should have beat Golden State one of those times. Like, that's a fact. Like, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan.
That was the whole racism thing. That was what tore it up. It was it was that season. That was Darnold Sterling. All that happened during that playoff.
Yeah, series. They definitely should have won that one. That is a physic. Schubert, you about to say something about the Pels? I don't think the Pels should get Doc.
I'm really scared about their coaching search in general because I'm seeing a lot of people out there that we trust that are like, oh man, Doc Rivers would be perfect. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
and then like there's people out there that I saw today that were talking about, oh, I think Jason Kidd's a lock. The players love him. I'm like, what?
I'm like, no on that.
Like, no.
I'm feeling Wes Unseld Jr. from the Denver Nuggets.
But I don't hear anyone that's in the Pelicans camps saying, "Oh, Wes Unseld Jr. is going to be the guy."
I'm feeling that vibe. Wes Unseld Jr. gave the Nuggets defense, which is something they were damn good at. He drew up a lot of stuff for them. That's what I'm feeling. Hopefully the Pelicans make it. Let's switch over to football.
Well, here, what do you think about Doc, though? Do you think he's going to find a landing spot?
If I'm him, I sit out a year. I sit out a year and wait and see what opens up because I don't want Philly and I damn sure don't want Houston. Both of those are losing efforts. Both of those.
I don't think he wants to coach Austin.
What you said? Philly's not bad?
I wouldn't mind picking. I mean, you got two good young players.
If he thinks he could change it around, then sure. But
I think Philly and Indiana are the best ones.
Yeah. But Victor Oladipo said he want to leave. That came out too over this week. He said he's trying to dip out over free agency. So like, if he dips out, Indiana's stock drops.
Where does he go?
I don't know. He said he wants to leave though. That's going to be a big domino. Yeah, Victor said he wants to be out of Indiana this free agency.
I seen that.
What if Victor goes to like the Bucks? That'd be nuts. Like, help out old Giannis.
It wouldn't be enough.
You don't think so?
It wouldn't be enough.
Damn. Chris Middleton, Bledsoe, Victor, Giannis?
No.
I
don't think
he and AD are about to go to Chicago, boys.
Chicago?
He and AD.
AD made a comment that is like, to me, in terms of legacy. But AD has already, to me, him making this move has already stated where he wants to be, but his comment that he made during the week about the finals puts his legacy more in question to me. When he said that I'm going to rock out with LeBron so he could get me to 9 more chips and 9 more finals. I want to follow him. I'll follow him to the ends of the road for the rest of his career. He said that. Like, he told Chris Haynes that. That came out of his mouth. Like, just as a basketball player, I feel like you gotta want your own at some point. Like, what? Maybe he's just different.
But that's AD. Man.
That's AD.
Yeah, like same as KD. How he did.
Nah, KD a little different.
I'm just saying, like, all of these players, like, they just do things there. I think ever since like LeBron did things his way, now everyone just follow that. They just do what they want, and that's what it is.
That's true. Yeah. And look, shout out to Bansky. He has a podcast with KD, and they were talking. It's called The Etceteras, and they were talking to Kyrie Irving, and they were talking about KD going to Golden State and going to play with Kyrie, it's not so much about the concern about legacies. It's them wanting to play with great players because great players elevate, and it's them wanting to play with cerebral players. So after hearing them talk about choosing places where to go because they said they'd rather be with players to where on a nightly basis, it's not, I got to constantly do it by myself, wear my body out. Like if I'm playing with Charlotte and I'm Steph Curry and I'm shooting 60 shots because nobody's there to help me just to get us a win, and I tear my ankle up and I'm out 2 years earlier than I'm supposed to be, whereas I'm playing with the Golden. I get why they want to do it. It's just interesting. And maybe this is just like, I need to grow as a basketball fan, but it's just like, I want to, like, I like alpha dogs. Like, it's still at the end of the day, LeBron's an alpha dog. Like, Kawhi, he's a silent but alpha dog. And, like, I think KD's an alpha dog. I think that for sure. But it's just like some dudes, I don't know. And AD is not. AD is definitely not. So, like, you know, whatever. But if I'm Doc Rivers, maybe Philly, but definitely not Houston. Please, Doc, don't go to Houston.
I don't think he wants to coach Austin.
Yeah. Coach his son? Not again.
It didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work before. They butt heads.
Yeah, they do. So, and James Harden, it's gonna be a big hot mess. And if I'm Houston, let me tell you what they should do. They should try to trade James Harden to the Denver Nuggets for Michael Porter Jr. and all them assets. Try to rebuild that bitch because they're not gonna win. They're not gonna, bro. They're not gonna win. Denver's better. The Warriors are back. Clippers are back. Luka Doncic has another year. Lakers, Pelicans are back up, bro. Where does Houston fit in the West next year? Where? Nowhere. Blow it up. Like, send James Harden to Denver and let's see Jamal Murray, James Harden, and Jokic try to make something shake.
What a take, man.
That's a big take. Or send him to the East. Send him somewhere. But Houston needs to blow it up. Y'all don't think they need to blow it up? What are they wasting? They're wasting James Harden's prime.
I know.
It's like the Knicks. It's like the Knicks and Melo. Schubert, you went through this. Y'all know y'all wasn't gonna go nowhere, and y'all wasted Melo prime.
Yeah, but Melo's not James Harden.
Yeah, but they're gonna waste James Harden's prime. Who are they gonna pair with him? Who could they get? Man. They can't get nobody. I mean, you could ask Philly if you trade Russell Westbrook for Joel Embiid, but Philly would be incredibly stupid to do that.
I believe Philly's stupid enough to do that.
Maybe.
Yeah,
you can convince Ayton to come for. If you get a new coach, you can maybe trade Ayton for Russell Westbrook. But does that put Rockets over the top? I don't think so. So, like,
I mean, I think this Oladipo thing has got me the most intrigued. Like, I'm about to go do some research on this because, like,
oh yeah, bro, he said he wants to walk. It was Woj bomb. Like he said
because doesn't Donovan Mitchell want to walk too?
Donovan Mitchell does want to walk. That's been the rumor and that's from M-grads, and I trust M-grads.
So like, those two are on the move?
Yeah, the Knicks, man. Donovan wants to go play for. I'm telling you, bro. They're getting that's Worldwide West over there. Him and Leon Rhodes. They're gonna. I think the Knicks gonna get something soon.
And I'm ready for this draft, man.
It's gonna be interesting. Melo's. They talk about Melo going like super super high. I want to see where dude from Dayton goes. I'm liking his game more and more each day. I kind of want Obi Toppin to fall to the Pels. Low key. Just want to take best player available because he seems like if he falls, best player.
I don't know if Obi Toppin isn't going to fall that low.
I don't think so. Probably not. Obi Toppin's top 10 for sure. In a weak draft like this one.
Maybe top 5.
Yeah, might be. But that's our NBA takes for this week. Let's jump to the NFL. All right, Schubert, let's do are they real or are they fake? Let's start it off by talking about week 3. I am very prepared for this week. So let's start off. Josh Allen as an MVP candidate. Real? Fake?
No.
Oh, no, fake?
I mean, Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson are the MVP candidates.
I mean,
like until the Seahawks drop off a little or something, But I mean, like, you know, who the Bills play this week?
They played the Rams and they bust their ass. Josh Allen let it go up.
Well, no, I'm saying who they play this week. The Raiders. Oh shoot, they might win again.
I think the Bills are going to win again. Let me give you some Josh Allen stats for this year because I have him in fantasy and I'm just really buying on the Josh Allen bandwagon. I'm loving what they're doing this year. So look, 2020. So okay, last week against the Rams, he went 24-23, a 72 completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception.
And they came back.
He had 1 rushing touchdown. The game before, 24-35, 68% completion, 415 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 19 rushing yards, no running touchdown. Game 1, 33 of 46, 71 completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, passing, and then rushing 1 touchdown, 57 yards. If you look at Patrick Mahomes' MVP season, he had 10 touchdowns in 3 games. Let's look at Josh Allen. 10 over 10 just in the air, and then you add 2 rushing, so it's 12. He has more than Lamar Jackson in his MVP season after 3 games, touchdowns, and more than Patrick Mahomes. I'm saying I buy Josh Allen real, but I don't even have Patrick Mahomes first. I rank it Russell Wilson number 1, Josh Allen number 2, Patrick Mahomes number 3. That's how I rank the MVP race so far. Kyler Murray number 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think the jury's still out. I mean, it's just so early with that because, like, I'm just waiting for the Bills to play, you know, the Patriots or we gotta agree,
the Rams was a good test.
No, the Rams is a good game, and they came back in that game. So I mean, like, I'm not doubting Josh Allen as like a talented player, he's definitely a top 10 quarterback. I mean, it's just like hard for me to like put him in the top 5 right now, especially the way that Aaron Rodgers is playing.
Oh no, for sure. Like, if you like, look, I'm not saying Josh Allen's a top 5 quarterback. I'm just saying MVP race. He's up there just from the numbers that he's putting up and what he's doing for his team. Now, if we want to talk best quarterbacks in the game, I think it goes Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. Then it drops to the next tier of Lamar Jackson.
I would say I would keep Brady in the mix right now.
You see throwing Brady in there? Okay, we'll say Brady. I think Josh Allen has to be right after Brady. I think he does. Who comes after?
Yeah, I put him before Brady. Maybe
that's what I'm saying. I might put him
right
5
now? Yeah.
Right now. Like I think it goes Mahomes, Wilson, Rodgers, Lamar. Then I think 5th spot is Josh Allen territory, is Brady territory, and is
you got to throw a Big
Kyler
Ben
Murray
in there, honestly.
Yeah, Big Ben's having a good season. I think all these quarterbacks are better than Drew, but we'll get to my Drew rant. I'm just waiting because you feel a little different than me. But this is are they real or are they fake? I think Josh Allen is a real MVP candidate. Schubert thinks fake, but that does not mean we don't think the Bills are great because that defense is really good. I'm really liking the Bills to come out of the AFC right now. I'm riding the hype. I'm riding the hype train.
Yeah, I mean, they're a lock. Like on my show earlier in like 2 weeks ago or whatever, I talked about teams that were, you know, because you get 7 in each side now because the extended playoff. I mean, the Bills are a lock. At this point, I almost feel like the Patriots are a lock.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like with the division that they have where they're going to play the Jets, who probably might not win a game.
I think from the AFC, you're going to see all right, let's see. Chiefs are definitely a lock. Ravens are a lock.
Bills are a lock.
Bills are a lock. I think Titans are more than likely a lock because you don't think so? All right, Steelers?
It's early. Steelers.
Early? So you just say right now.
I think
Chiefs,
you have 4
Ravens,
locks. Chiefs, Ravens,
Bills,
and I think New England.
England.
I think New England is going to lock in one of the wild card spots.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the South is up in the air because the Colts have the best defense in the NFL, and they lost. They lost week 1, but they have the best defense in the NFL right now and the best points defense. So,
okay.
You know, they play the Bears this week. Nick Foles, we'll see what he can do, but you know, so I think the South is wide open. But when it comes to like the teams around the Ravens, the Browns might get it together.
They might,
win some games. So I'm not ready to say that the Steelers make
are
it.
A lock. Yeah, true. And the Raiders, we don't know too much about yet. We gotta wait and see because they can't rush the passer for shit, but they have a pretty decent secondary. So
yeah,
it's gonna be interesting to see with them. All right, the next are they real? Are they fake question from week 2? I'm gonna ask is you just mentioned him, Nick Foles for the Bears. Does that make the Bears a winning team? Is that real or is that fake?
I don't know. I mean, I think that they should.
Or you can say too early to call. You can say that.
I think it's a little too early to call just because they just put him in and he came back and won the game. But it was against the Falcons, who are choke artists. So
Falcons are the worst team in football. I don't even care about the Jets. I don't like to do what they've done 3 weeks in a row is just embarrassing. I'm surprised Dan Quinn's not out the door yet.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, like with Nick Foles and the Bears now. They just have a tough road to go ahead. 3-1 is a great start because they really only need to win 6 more games to get to the playoffs. So,
and I think
the defense is solid.
I think the NFC might be the weaker conference this year.
But Tariq Cohen got hurt presumably for the season.
That's true.
I don't really trust David Montgomery, but I like their receivers.
Yeah, I like Robinson. I like Miller. And I think they can finally get it to him. I like the tight ends. Look, and I think Matt Nagy's finally getting to show his offense for what it is because. And for Nick Foles to do what he did, I'm going to say it's real-ish. That's like my tentative answer. I'm going to say it's real-ish just because I think the Bears, good defense, good weapons to get to him, and good play-calling coach. I still believe in Nagy, so I'm saying it's real-ish. The next one I want to ask is from week 3. All right, let's see. I got 1 or 2 more. All right.
You know who led Sunday in passing yards?
Who?
Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins. Oh, yeah. That I knew. Thank you. You definitely brought. Is the success of Nick Mullins and the San Francisco 49ers, is that real or is that fake?
Yo, I mean, honestly,
it looked a little real.
It looks a little real. Like, they don't have to rely on Nick Mullins to win the games because like their running back stable is solid.
And they have amazing play calling.
They'll get Mostert back eventually.
And then Kittle's about to be back too.
Kittle's about to be back. That Jeff Wilson Jr. guy that had a really good game.
Yep.
Jared McKinnon is great. Yep. So like, and they're going to play the Eagles this week who are trash. So
and I've seen people saying like, this is going to be a tougher test for Nick Mullins. Granted, the Eagles' front like deep pass rush is a little bit better, but like you said, the Eagles are trash, bro. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I'm not buying into Eagles hype right now.
Knowing a little bit of the inside that I know about Nick, I mean, he's not like Jimmy G where like he's a one-track mind. Like this dude is married with a kid. Like his life is the San Francisco 49ers football.
Yeah, and they say he knows the playbook just as well as like Kyle.
He's been there pretty much his entire time. He and Kyle Shanahan are really tight. Like they trust him.
He went 25 for 36, 343 yards, 1 touchdown. Nick Mullins might not be like the guy that's going to go and throw bombs or whatever, but you don't need that to win a Super Bowl. We've seen teams with Joe Flacco where guys can game manage and then make the play when necessary with the arm and win games.
I mean, honestly, I don't even know if like Nick's their Super Bowl guy or like it has the future of being a starter. Because like that's the thing with backups is like backups come in, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're legit the thing. Like,
but I'm saying just for San Francisco.
I think like he's gonna have
in this system.
I think for San Francisco, they're looking at the Saints season last year. Bring Nick Mullins in. He's gonna give you the wins this season to get you in position for the playoffs. And then, give Jimmy G a little bit of relief to set himself up.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see that for sure. So, all right, you got it as real. I got it as real as too, because like you convinced me as well, and everything I know about Kyle and just his offense. I think the performance was real. All right, I got one more. The Cowboys, man. Is the Cowboys defense? Are the Cowboys real or are they fake? Like, what is it like?
They're really going to the playoffs. Even if they got a losing record, they're probably going to the playoffs.
1-2 in the division leader. Oh, the NFC East is garbage.
Yeah, dude, it's not even looking even better for them. Like, what? The Washington football team plays the Ravens this week, and the Giants play the Rams.
Yep. Ooh. The Cowboys to me, they just have no one on defense. Like, it's not Dak. Like, Dak's the reason why they're close in these games. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Cedric Wilson. They have great receivers. The offensive line is okay. It's not as great as it used to be. The defense is the problem, man. The defense is a major, major problem. I think the Cowboys are fake.
My like negative on the Cowboys offensively is I just don't think Zeke has it anymore.
I can buy that.
But you know, I'll give Dak his props, and I think he's done a really good job of incorporating those other weapons that he has, and I like the receivers.
He hasn't been dinking and dunking. He's been throwing the ball. So that's the end of are they real, are they fake? I'm not even putting the Saints in real, are they fake? The Saints, you know what? You want to know what they are? I ranted about this earlier in the show. I'm looking directly in the camera. The Saints are fake until we make a decision with our old quarterback. And I know what y'all think is going to happen. Oh, we're going to turn it around. We're going to win some regular season games. We're going to get into the playoffs. Alvin Kamara is doing well. Schumer's about to tell you, oh, we still scored so many points. But you want to know what's going to happen? We're going to get into a crucial game like against the Vikings. They're going to load up against the box and not let this motherfucker, I'm sorry, Justin, throw 10 yards, not let him throw 20 yards. He's not going to be able to throw in the middle of the field. He's not going to be able to throw the slants. They're going to load up on Kamara. What's going to happen when he needs to throw 30 and 40 yards? He will not be able to do it, and we're going to lose, and we won't go to the Super Bowl. I'm telling you. I've been telling you for 2 years. 2 years this has been going on. He is washed. It's over with. Look at the stat chart against Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is throwing 50-yard bomb, 60-yard bomb, 40-yard bomb, 30-yard bomb. His chart goes like this. You want to know what Drew Brees' chart goes? Like this. Like this. It's not supposed to make a U. You know what a U is? This way, this way, this way, this way. What is going on, Saints fans? Saints, stop being cowards and play Jameis Winston. You have to know when your player is just washed. I'm sorry. Give him a statue. Give him a statue and a coaching job if he wants it. But it's over with. When your stat chart makes a U instead of a N, dog. A U this way, this way, this way, this way. Horrible. Now, Schubert, you can go ahead and say whatever you got to say.
Oh, I mean, my whole thing is like, I don't think that the Saints' main concern right now is Drew Brees. I'm not saying he's not washed. I'm not saying that Drew Brees is going to be your Super Bowl winning quarterback. I mean, at this point with Drew Brees, and if they fix the adjustments they need to fix on defense and Andrews Pete's okay, then I think they're 7 out of 7 in the playoff group. Like,
it's not about making the playoffs. It's about what you do. Can you get to round 2 and 3?
Yeah, I don't know if they can get to round 2. At this point, I almost think that Tampa's going to win the division. Tampa's defense is showing out.
Tampa's defense is balling.
Tom Brady's starting to figure it out. Leonard Fournette's getting comfortable.
Tampa Bay, it's starting to work.
So, I mean, like, I think that week 1 was a fluke on both sides. Because I don't think Janoris Jenkins is going to make any more pick sixes. And I think Malcolm Jenkins is too worried about what's going on off the field to worry about what's going on the field.
Oh, damn.
So, I mean, it's the truth. Like, he was totally lost in that Raiders game. Got beat by Foster Moreau on a go route. So, I mean, like, I don't think this dude's head's in the game. I don't think Janoris Jenkins is as good as he was when he was a Giant. I mean, his pass interference call at the end was atrocious. He was legitimately holding on to the dude's arm. Those two guys are the 2 weakest points in the Saints secondary right now. And
I think they need to play simpler coverage. And I got to give credit to Chris Sims. He was talking about this on his podcast. It's just they're playing two concepts that are too, and granted with Michael Jenkins and Janoris Jenkins, people who have been in the league, you think it would work. They're doing coverage that they would do at the end of the season instead of starting with basic concepts and building up on it with your new roster. They're starting off with just the end of the year shit. And it's like, let's take some of that back. Let's get more to just basic coverages.
And on top of that, Cam Jordan has yet to get a sack.
Yeah, facts. We're not getting too much pressure.
The defense is just, having big issues right now. I mean, I saw when I saw that Raiders game, I was like, oh, maybe I need to give the Raiders a little bit more credit. And then they come out in the next week and they get washed. And I'm like, yo, is this the same team
that went against the
Saints? No, it's the Saints defense that let up 37 points. And I'll give the Packers credit because they put up 40 points in each game before that because Aaron Rodgers can throw it to anybody. And Jay Sternberger, Alan Lazard,
don't do that to Alan Lazard. Alan Lazard has been balling. He's been balling, but I mean, he's a top 10 fantasy receiver right now.
No, I mean, he's doing great right now, but it's just like, it's not like he's got the weapons that are well known. Like if
he doesn't have Drew Brees' weapons,
Sanders,
and Alvin Kamara. Aaron Rodgers might drop 60.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know. I think the Packers are a trade away from being a Super Bowl team.
They need a pass rush. They need someone like some defensive
and the Patriots too. Both with receivers. Like if the Packers could find a way to get like a significant number 2 to Devontae Adams, that's not Lazard. I feel like their offense is unstoppable. And
if they could get one of those Cowboys receivers, if they could get Gallup, that would be huge.
Well, I mean, I think that the Browns are going to get rid of Jarvis Landry, and I think it's going to go to one of those 2 teams. And I think it's going to be the Patriots. I think the Browns and the Patriots are going to work out a deal, and Jarvis Landry is going to be a Patriot, and I think it's going to change the entire shape of their season.
Yeah,
but that's pretty much what I got on the Saints, man. It's just the defense is not really coming together.
I agree with that. I'm
you
talking
score
future.
30 points. You score 30 points. You're going to play the Lions this week. You got to get.
It's going to get a win. It's going to be a win. And people are going to be like,
what we find out about last week with the Lions is the Lions can beat anybody. They just got to want to beat somebody. Like Matthew Stafford. If you look at Matthew Stafford's stats, he's top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, he's airing it out, man.
He's top 10 quarterback. It's just like he's kind of got the Kirk Cousins in him where. Does he really come into the big moments? So,
is the defense real? That's a big question with the Lions as well. Is the defense real? But I'm telling you what's going to happen. Saints are going to win this week. Saints fans are going to be like, I told y'all, Drew, team, I told y'all. And then who do we play next week after the Lions?
Oh, I don't think it's anybody too crazy.
Chargers? Watch Justin Herbert drop 40 on us.
Maybe. I don't know. He played bad last week.
He did, but I think he's going to bounce back. All right, let's get to week 4. Let's get to some of our picks for games of the week to watch. Schubert, you can start us off. I'll let you go first this week.
Oh, well, I'll pick the game of the week, the Patriots-Chiefs at 3:25 on CBS. Huge game.
I hope we get that one this week because, Louisiana, they be not giving us Chiefs games, which is trash.
This is the first season that I'm, all about the Patriots because I like
Cam and Bill. I like Cam. I'm loving Cam and Bill Belichick, which is crazy. I dig it. I want to see him succeed. So I agree with you. Who you got winning that game?
I got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chiefs are just a real good team, but I can see them making it close though. That I can see. All right, let me give a game. Ooh, this is the first week where we got a lot of bad games. I'm gonna go Bills Raiders. I want to see the Bills continue to show that they're a good team. And if the Raiders are real, let's see them. Because I think the Bills are a real team. If the Raiders are real and could have a good game against the Bills, maybe that'll give more credit to the Raiders. I do have the Bills winning this game. However, I'm all aboard the Josh Allen hype train. I think Josh Allen, top 5 quarterback, MVP candidate.
I got 2 others. We're going to do 3, right?
Yeah.
All right. Colts Bears at noon on Sunday. Game. That's going to be a big game to see if Nick Foles can handle it as a starter. And also, the Colts really need to get a marquee win.
True.
And this is their opportunity.
Who you got winning?
I got the Bears, actually.
Yeah, I got the Bears as well. All right, the game I'm going to go with, we're going to Jerry World, I believe. We're going to Jerry World, the 2-1 Browns. Can they start to chain together some wins to show that this is not fake, this is real? The 2-headed monster with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt just running down the field. We have the Stefanski offense. They're starting to get. He even made comments about Odell this week about how stop asking about Odell's chemistry with Baker because the 4 catches that he had were 4 crucial moments in the game to get us first downs. Odell is our guy. We love Odell. He was just hyping him up. So that just shows me Stefanski is starting to learn how to use his guys and start. Maybe
that's why they're trading Jarvis.
Yeah, good point. And I think the Cowboys need this win. The Browns is a team that should be beatable by the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy needs this win. So I'm picking this game, but I think the Browns are going to win this game. However,
the quick point I'll give about the Browns, I also think they're winning the game, is that they have learned to take the ball out of Baker Mayfield's hands. Baker Mayfield is not a star quarterback. I'm sorry.
He might be a game manager, bro. Like
he's a star game manager. I mean, he's going to get the ball to Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb,
give it to his playmakers, Odell, and let him make the plays. Yeah, I'm gonna have to walk back my Baker take at the end of the year, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting until the season's over so he can show me something. All right. What's your next?
The last game I have is, if it happens, maybe Monday or Tuesday, Steelers Titans.
Yeah, with Corona, man, the Titans are gonna fuck some shit up.
So the Titans are messing us all up with their three. What's ridiculous is that three players that have it is just like,
randos.
One of them's a long snapper. It's just ridiculous. So hopefully that game happens for a lot of people's fantasy teams before next Wednesday, but we'll see. But I think that game's gonna be great. 2-3-0 teams.
Yeah, true. I'm trying to decide my last game because everything else is but. Do I want to make fun of the Falcons and see Monday Night Football, see the Packers smash, or do I want to see Ken Justin? Yeah, I'm going with the better game. I'm going Chargers-Bucks. Best defense, Bucks. One of the best defense in the NFC. Ken Justin Herbert chain together. Get a good win after last week. Can the Chargers show that they're real? I want to see the young guy ball because I think Justin Herbert has talent, and what he showed us in that first game shows he's confident. And just how can Tampa Bay improve? But don't be sleeping. Monday Night Football. Let's all watch the Falcons lose again in misery. It's going to be glorious. As a Saints fan, that's one of the things I'm reveling in this season, that the Falcons are horrendous. But those are our picks for the week. That's Are You Real? Are They Fake? We're getting our NFL coverage, baby. I'm loving it. I've been watching games. We're getting it together. All right, Schubert, lead us into college football. Right. Give us your thoughts.
Well, we're just going to stick with the SEC. Last week was a really fun week to watch. Auburn, Kentucky was a close game. Auburn getting the win.
You told us about Mississippi State last week. Got to give you your props. Give you your props.
Georgia had a scare. It was 7-5, losing to Arkansas in the first half. They do have available JT Daniels, their transfer from USC this week. But is he ready to go against Auburn in a big game on national television is going to be the question. That game is the one I'm looking at the most. I made the take earlier in the week before JT Daniels that was available that Auburn would win the game based on Georgia's quarterback issues. I'm still sticking with that. I think Auburn's going to win. And, LSU had a rough week last week, but Mississippi State kind of proved that they might be the team of the year.
Yeah, Mike Leach in that air raid with a good quarterback.
Both teams are playing scrubs this week, so it's not really too much to watch out for on either of those fronts. But if I was Alabama,
if I'm an LSU fan, I need to. We need to watch this to see what's up with Brennan. And let me say this: Brennan didn't even. I don't think Brennan was the reason why we lost. I think the reason why we lost was the defense. If I'm being honest,
O-line and defense. Brennan was under duress the whole time.
Yeah, he was.
What's his name? Emery, who was supposed to be a 5-star guy,
couldn't do shit.
Couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So
and then
LSU
Bobby
was on their heels.
What's his name? It's not Bobby Petrino. What's his name? What's our defensive guy's name?
Oh, Bo Pelini, the guy who was at Youngstown State.
Bo Pelini.
But
might be a bit like that.
Lyndon. Bo Pelini was this great hire from. But we got Bo Pelini back. Remember that 2004 national championship we won?
We talked about that last year.
Bo Pelini.
All the Louisiana people were hype on the Bo Pelini. You were like,
Bo Pelini, dude. Bo Pelini is the savior, bro. Just came out of Youngstown State.
He might get fired.
Bo Pelini. Oh God, give me a break.
He might get fired if he keep letting that defense play like that.
But we'll see. If I'm out,
what are you saying about Bama?
I'm circling Halloween for that Mississippi State game because that's gonna be scary.
Be ready. Okay. How's your Bama team looking? Who's y'all's quarterback? Give me the
Mac Jones. But the times that Alabama has really shown that they can win national championship years is when they have some boring old white quarterback. So. This might be the time for them to do it. He's pretty much your game manager. Hand the ball to number 22, Najee Harris, your Heisman candidate.
Najee Harris still in college football? I thought he should have been by now.
Yeah, he held up to his senior year. So he is he's still out there kicking. Jalen Waddle is top 5 receiver in college football.
What about Florida? I feel like Florida's really good. Am I off on that? Yeah, don't they have like a Leak, like their old quarterback? Like, don't they have two quarterbacks? Like, you remember Leak and Tebow?
Kyle Trask, that's it.
Oh, is just Trask?
Kyle Trask, he threw 6 touchdowns last week.
Yeah. Okay.
Against Ole Miss.
Don't they have like I thought Emory Jones was like their
They may have some dude running around, but he fumbled, so I don't know how much they're gonna have. Because that kind of looked ridiculous. But Alabama plays Texas A&M, and the only other game against 2 ranked teams, that's the CBS game this week. So I'd watch out for those 2 games. Everyone else is pretty much scrub versus scrub.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alabama, Texas A&M, and Auburn, Georgia, taking both the Alabama
teams.
Didn't
Oklahoma lose last week?
Yeah, Oklahoma lost to Kansas State, which the one thing that is worth mentioning with that is it really opens up an opportunity for 2 SEC teams to make it into the playoff this year. Ohio State's a lock. Clemson's a lock. Yeah. So those 2 teams are going to make it. Ohio State is going to be a little iffy because they do have to play an entire season with no bye week.
That's true.
So that's going to be a little difficult for them. But I think the committee would give them the benefit of the doubt if they're able to get through that with only 1 loss. But I think winner of the SEC is going to get in, and I'm probably the team that is either that came second or some bullshit with the 3rd team is going to happen, and they'll get into the playoff because I feel like
it could be a Florida Alabama year.
Because I feel like Oklahoma will beat Texas, and then they'll knock out Texas. And
I could see it being Florida, Bama playing each other in the SEC championship, and both teams getting in.
I could see Mississippi State and Florida playing the SEC championship, and then Alabama and Mississippi State getting in.
Real, okay.
Or Alabama and Florida getting in, just depending.
Interesting. All right, well, we'll keep y'all up to date on college football. Schubert continue his segment. He's the guy that keeps us up to date week to week. But that's all we got this week for Bros Who Binge, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the Bros Who Think podcast. I'll start off with you, Justin. Tell the people they can find you on social media.
Yeah, so my ad name is Justin Baptiste 22. You guys can find me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, LinkedIn, and I'm pretty sure that's all. Facebook also. And also, you guys can check out my writing on tradesandlace.com. It's my Who's blog. Check that out, and that's it.
Yeah, y'all be sure to check out Justin's blog. Y'all make sure y'all go follow him. Schubert, tell the people they can find you on social media.
Quick question to Justin. Justin, are you doing like a preview for each game of the finals? You did one for the game 1.
He did. Should I expect one on Thursday or Friday morning?
I normally just do it for the entire series.
Okay.
So I kind of like just highlight, what to expect for the entire series. But I feel like that preview will cover game 2. What I'm saying in that preview it'll most likely happen in game 2.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Watch game 2.
But make sure y'all go check it out.
For me, you can check out me on social media, Schubert14 on Twitter and Instagram, and the Bros Who Binge podcast. Out for another week. Last week we did our Justice League draft, which was a lot of fun. And
it was super fun.
Getting some feedback on that was pretty nice. So I think we're going to do some more stuff like that in the future. And we kept reviewing Lovecraft and The Boys. The Boys is just heating up. And we also had some news about their spinoff show that we talked about. So make sure you check that out. And then this week we'll continue talking about the shows that we're reviewing. But we're just a few weeks away from our next Pitch It match, so be on the lookout for that.
2 weeks out. We're 2 weeks out. Look, Charles Reese, I'm coming for your throat. I'm coming with a knife to cut out a circle, stab it, and put it in your mouth and feed it to you. That's how hard I'm coming in this pitch match. I'm so focused and zeroed in. You thought I was laser focused against Schmidt. You thought I was laser focused against my match with Schubert. No, brother. I'm itching, jonesing for the question because I know I'm going to write the perfect soliloquy to destroy you. You see, Charles, you are a sports guy. I'm an all-around. Like, you are a specialist. You're like a Jay Crowder, a 3-and-D. You want to know what I am? I'm like LeBron James out here, baby. I'm throwing passes. I'm getting rebounds. I'm getting points. Anime, TV, movies, sports. I don't have a weakness. I don't have one. I'm locked in on you. Ready to go. Pitch a match. 2 weeks. All right, but you guys can follow me, Lynn BWT. I hope you guys will check out Pitch It based upon that preview, and go check out all the old pitches matches between Schubert and Jake. See how Jake is waiting for the winner of me and Charles for the finals. You can see how we got here, me versus Schmidt, Charles versus Luis, and then be ready for next season. A lot of people are coming next season. It's gonna be crazy. Next season's gonna be nuts. I'm stoked. Like, some people are like ready to gun for us, man. They want to get the belt. So we'll see what happens. But you guys can follow me, Lynn BWT. Follow Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. Be sure to check out the most recent episode of Anime Talk. We dropped that, like Schubert said, in Bros Who Binge. We had the JLA draft. In Anime Talk, me and Chris have drafted our One Piece pirate crew. We're testing out this drafting thing. We're trying to make this a segment across shows, maybe turn it into its own YouTube show. We're going to draft a record label on this show very soon. So just keep on the lookout for these drafts. Let us know what you think. Give us feedback. We really shout out to our guy today who gave us feedback. I forget his Twitter handle, but you know who you are, brother. We talked about it. I'm going to pull it up. Shit. Fucking talking to the fans.
Well, while you're pulling it up, we did some pretty cool drafts here on Bros Who Ball for some of these Bros Who Think episodes.
Yeah, we did.
So those might be some worth
drafts.
going back to. We did, some NBA redrafts, and we even did an NFL one. So,
bro, we did a lot of we was redrafting. But shout out to Shard Base,
COVID redrafting.
Jay. We appreciate the feedback you gave us, and like we said, y'all just check out the drafts. Let us know what you think. We got the JLA draft on Bros Who Binge, and we got the One Piece pirate draft on Anime Talk. Be sure to check that out. The Kaiju number 8 manga review will be out later this week. The chapter's about to drop, so you already know what that means. I'm gonna be reviewing that. But stay tuned to the Bros Who Think Twitter and the Bros Who Think on YouTube for all the upcoming content. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for the notifications so you can know when more videos are dropping from us, so you can stay up to date with our content. The more you like, comment, and subscribe, the more content we can give you. Thank you for checking out this week. For LC Sun, for Max Van Auken, for Doom, for Brooklyn, for Justin, for Schubert, my name is Lyndon. You guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next Thursday. Until then, peace.